Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and I'm joined with Steven, Collecto6, who decided not to take up my challenge. I'm not gonna say anything, but he didn't decide to take up my challenge that I put out today. But because he didn't want to like make everyone cry with his awesome books, so um,
I didn't say that, but what I did say is that the people, pretty much all the stuff that I have is out on my wall. So if
mhm.
you scroll down, you'll see all the stuff that I have, and to tear 50 holes into my collection and then have to rebuild it when it's just right there for people to see, and for the most part with music and with scintillating prose. I just don't want to have to. Don't want to reinvent the wheel. There he is.
Hey, baby.
Hey, Brian.
So
Hey,
okay, one sec here. I'm gonna say hi to other people too.
There's Kay Munin.
Hey, Cam Noonan, and hey, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Matt. I'm going on Sunday, just so you know. So I'll see you on
You're going
Sunday.
on Sunday.
There's a comic thing on Sunday,
Where?
thing?
and comic thing, comic thing. No, there's another
Is it
one of
kind of
these.
cool?
It's another one of these shows that is like in Ottawa. Like I guess it's monthly. So I'm gonna go again on Sunday.
Those are
So you
famous
guys
Alan
are go-
phrases.
so you
Kind of
guys
cool.
are going to tear it
Kind
up
of cool.
together, and he'll be your co-pilot, and you'll go around and rack and ruin.
I will. Well, he's gonna. I'm gonna show him a bunch of books that he said he was interested in. Hopefully, he's still interested in them. And
Yeah.
I'm going to. Yeah, there's a few books that I wanted to pick up last time that I'm going to try to pick up this time.
May I
Um,
recommend that you take folding money with you instead of taking coverless copies and waving them at the people. And as when the laughter dies down and they're saying no effing way, then you can then cross their hands with green, and then you'll have the books, right?
we'll see. We'll see about that. I don't have much green actually. So yeah, I'm kind of.
I look at you. I look behind you, and I don't see any green at all, Alan. Not a.
Yeah, actually, there is no green. Actually,
There's
maybe
not a
this one.
suit.
That one's green, but that's about it.
Not a
Um.
suit.
So do you have the free comic book day in Canada? Yes, we do. When is that? That's soon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's imminent.
Yeah,
Good
I
man.
always. Is it May? Is it May? I don't know. You're the
Here's
comic
the
book
first
store owner guy.
first first weekend in May, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
May
it's
4th.
getting
Oh yes,
close.
it's May 4th. I actually knew that because it's May
See, you
4th.
always say that.
No, no,
I
no,
don't
no,
know,
no,
when
no,
is
no,
it? When
no.
is it? When is it? Tell me. Do you know
No,
where
no,
it
no,
is?
no.
When is it? When is it?
There's a
Someone says May
reason.
4th. I knew that. I knew
No,
that.
there's a
I
reason
already
why I
knew
knew
that.
that. I
You
knew that.
always do that, Alan.
Okay, I
I
actually
knew.
did know that
I
because
actually knew it. I really knew it. I knew it.
I
because
had a copy
this
of that
because
over
of
here.
this reason.
May
This
the fourth
reason.
be with
May the
you.
fourth be with you. That's why. I'm like, oh, of course it's that because it's May the fourth be with you.
Right?
Okay, see, that's why. That's why I knew that
Star
because
Wars
actually
Day.
my I was just in my comic store on Wednesday, and they had like little cards that they were giving out saying May 4th and all that stuff. That's why I said I knew it. I just had a momentary forget. Okay.
Sure.
See, you guys never believe me. I'm so sad. I'm gonna
I
cry.
believe you.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Please
oh,
don't
wow.
cry. Please don't
Oh,
cry.
now
This is
Brian
this
gets
is
the pony.
this is why
Brian
Brian
gets the pony.
this is why Brian is my favorite of the two of you guys. This is why he's like, everybody loves Brian. Nobody likes
Oh
Steve.
God, I'm gonna have to go away or do something.
Back to
Okay.
you.
Maybe you should put Brian closer to you and put me
Oh yeah,
further
actually, yeah,
away
you're right.
No,
since
no, no,
things
no.
are
This is
this
a good
way.
Is there
layout.
any
It's
way to
nice
like
and
move
balanced.
Steven like way off to one side, like, make him
Put me
really
in
small?
Durance Vile.
So yeah, so I'll put you like as a little square, and we're like
Thank
huge.
you. Thank you. And I'll be in the corner going, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
He'll mute you. You can just be like holding up signs with paper signs.
Mhm. Oh, and hi, Susie Q.
Hi, Susie Q.
So Okay, so actually today's show should be pretty great for anyone that's watching, like all 9 of you. It's going to be a pretty great show. Big B's got some massive collection of Silver
Some
Age.
massive collection. No, it's
It's
just
okay,
some books.
super massive collection. Sorry, I meant to say
No,
super massive.
it's just some books.
Really, really, really excessively massive, insanely big collection of
No,
books from the Silver
it's
Age.
some.
Okay, some really massive.
It's voluminous. It's voluminous.
Okay, and
Okay,
then
sure.
I do not think you know what that word means.
okay, and then Steven has some great stuff that came in.
I actually,
And I
the
have like some
mails
modern.
finally came through. They
Yes.
finally came through.
Hmm.
It's funny. I've been getting stuff when you hit the track package from it across the top. It says severe weather. Severe weather may affect this. Blah blah blah. And I'm unaware of any severe weather. I think that's just a
We had
nice.
severe weather. We actually had snow this week.
You're kidding.
Seriously, we had 30 centimeters of snow.
How much
30
is that
centimeters.
American?
In American, that's like 15 inches.
Jeez. Did it melt off or is it still there?
It's almost gone now. It's
Yeah, Mon Comics and a couple other guys that are up there have been talking about the snow.
yeah, it's really
There was
weird.
that earthquake too over there in New Jersey that they had that they felt. My sister's my
Yeah.
wife's brother was talking about it.
It's 1 foot, yes, 1 foot of snow.
Thanks, Matt.
Okay, so yeah, it's like 2.5 centimeters to the inch. So yeah, so
I knew that.
yes, you did. See, I'm much more gracious than you are. Okay, so
I'm being very gracious. Gracious is my middle name. It's Gracious Gettner. I mean, everybody knows that.
okay, so yeah, so what was I gonna say? I totally lost my train of thought. Okay,
Excellent.
so we have some great stuff to show.
There it
We're all
goes.
gonna take turns. I have 3 bags of just modern
3 bags
stuff.
full.
3 bags full of modern stuff that I bought. So the stuff that I'm going to show is probably going to be the lamest of the 3, just to say, but it's cool. It's if you like pretty girls, it's cool in that respect. It's all the stuff that I buy currently at the LCS. It's like all like modern day stuff.
Well, why don't you lead off with the modern?
Okay, and then we'll get
and
better.
then we'll go from the modern to the past.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll show you the first bag, which is really from this week. This is actually like from Wednesday. I picked this stuff up. So I'm going to show the ladies, the pretty ladies.
Sounds good.
Matt said. So show us
Party ladies.
Okay, and then
Tell the ladies.
and then what we'll do is we'll go Brian next because Brian has silver and then you have golden, right?
Yes, sir.
How much do you want me to show? All of it?
No. We're gonna do it in parts. Like we'll do like multiple rounds. Yeah.
So I have like a box that is less impressive and then the more impressive box. We'll start off small and go bigger.
Yeah, we gotta build up.
Right.
Okay.
Alan, you sound very far away from your microphone. You sound like you're very far away.
Okay, wait.
Yeah. Go no, back up.
That was creepy.
Okay. So
oh,
stuff of nightmares.
Okay. Well, am I quiet still?
No, you're okay. I can hear you.
You're all right now. That's better.
Okay. So we got some Cinderella. I like this.
Nice.
I just go by something, and
Murder for All Seasons.
And then Murder for All Seasons. And this one I kind of like. It's like got that kind of bubble helmet girl in space.
What
Dave
bubble
Stevens vibe to that one.
You can see you can see the bubble helmet.
No, that's not what I meant, but yes, okay.
Okay, and then we got the pretty girl. And then we got a little neat.
Who was the artist? Who was the artist on that?
A good you always do this to me. I don't know, Bob? I don't know.
It's Bob. What about the first one? What about the first one?
That's also
Is that Bob too?
Yeah, that's Bob.
Yeah, Bob gets around.
I don't know who did this. Actually, it does have the name. So if anyone's like really, really savvy about artists' names, is it Shannon? Is that what do you guys can read that?
No, I can't read that very well.
I can't make it out.
Okay.
Chicken scratch. But man, that gal's thigh gap, you can see her hindquarters through her front side.
I know there's like a bunch going on there. Okay, so then the next one is like an X-Men one. These are okay. I don't know any of the artists. Okay, so just assume I don't know the artists.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
just a cool little homage, like
Yeah.
Well, like Superman and Supergirl, that they
Yeah.
Marvel tried to stole it. Another thing they stole from DC.
Exactly. Actually, it says who it is, but I can't really read it. And then we got the White Queen.
Nice.
Okay.
What are her powers?
Does she have a whip? Is that a whip that she had there?
It looks like a whip, yeah.
Yeah, like cat of nine tails kind of thing.
Yeah, it is look like cat of nine tails. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it's really cool. Her powers, she has telepathy and
She can turn to diamond form.
Turn to diamond, yeah.
Yep.
And we got Deadpool.
I love that homage.
This is an homage to Dracula.
Tomb of Dracula #1.
Yeah. I paid $2 for my Tomb of Dracula #1, actually. So
nice.
That was way back when. And then we got Crashdown. This is number 3. This is the one by Comic Tom.
Tom's, book,
yeah.
Comic Tom's what?
He created
it's his book.
It's his story. Comic Tom created it. See, it says Comic Tom. See?
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then Fire Guy Ryan as well. Okay, and then we got Red Coat. And he even has the go-go checks. Not great.
Trav was telling me about that. That guy's like some sort of immortal or something. He's like originally he's a red coat, but he's in the future.
Yeah, I have no idea. It looks like a werewolf. It's a wraparound cover. You can see almost like a little bit of a werewolf there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Something's going on. Okay, so then there's another wraparound cover, same company, Image, Rook. I like the Rook from Warren Publishing.
So I stopped into a comic shop. I haven't been in a shop for a long time, and that was their best seller this last week.
Oh, Rook? Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm not sure. Is it connected to the Rook from Warren?
I have no idea. But
He's
they
not
said
like
it was
a time traveler or anything, is he?
They said it was selling like hotcakes. So
okay, and then
how well do hotcakes sell?
I don't know.
Well, it's breakfast time. They sell pretty good.
Yeah, I like hotcakes. Okay, then we got Savage Dragon. I actually collect Savage Dragon.
Who's the gal?
What issue is Dragon on now?
It's on issue 296.
Who's the gal with the Wonder Woman outfit?
I don't know I don't know. I forgot the character's name.
She's been around for a long time too.
Yeah, she's been around.
That's a redo of her costume, but I think
it's Wonder Woman-ish, isn't it?
The spider web gals are interesting too.
Yeah, I just like the cover actually. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a cool cover.
Yeah, they have the McFarlane strings too, or
the spaghetti web,
don't they? It's very McFarlane style. Okay, and then
that actually it was Michael Golden who first did the spaghetti webs.
Oh, really? It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't McFarlane. It was Michael Golden.
Oh, wow. You learn something new every day. And then last one.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Immortal Thor. And she's ripping the first appearance of the Thor.
That's a beautifully done cover.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful cover. And that's the Enchantress. Nice. That's the Enchantress, I'm assuming.
It looks like her, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
I like the green fingernail polish.
Yeah, she even has like really great green fingernail. Is this Alex Ross or somebody like that?
It looks like Ross. Yeah.
Kind of looks like his style.
Yeah. It's beautiful though.
Okay. Did you say Leslie McFarland? No. Okay. There we go. So that's my first bag. That was what I bought this week.
Round one.
Okay, so that's what I bought this week. Those are my that's the stuff that I thought was kind of cool this week.
Kind of cool.
Kind of cool. I said that for you.
Kind of cool.
I never use that expression except for Brian. Brian's like he'll cry if I don't say it, so I have to say
I
it for him.
see.
Right.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. I never say it. I never say
Quite
that.
a power you have.
Okay, so yeah, that's the stuff that I picked up.
See,
That's
look at that.
So yeah. Okay, so Brian, I guess you're next, and we'll save Steve
Okay.
for last.
So a little preamble to this. I had a shot at getting a collection. A friend of mine, they were my friend Travis from Comics Limited. A friend of his family got some comics as part of an inheritance. He went over and priced them out for them, and then I was able to purchase them. So,
That's nice.
yeah, so he comped them against like what a shop would pay versus what book value is, and then he graded and priced everything. Every issue has a price and a grade on the back of it, which is interesting. But anyway, so Adventures of the
The
Fly.
Fly. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I've been trying to
So you
pick up.
got the man and woman characters for the Fly. I don't know. Are they both called Fly? I don't know. Fly Girl?
Well, it's Fly Girl.
Fly Girl.
It's Fly Man or it's actually the Fly, and then it's Fly Man, but it's always Fly Girl.
Fly Boy and Fly Girl? I don't know.
No, Fly Man. So yeah, actually, it was Steven that got me into that. Strangely.
Captain Marvel, but not that Captain Marvel. This is the one that can split into different parts.
Okay.
Versus the Bat.
Is that a Tower publication?
I think so, and it's got like a square bound spine. It's kind of got a warping going on.
Tower, because they always seem to go with the annual stuff.
Yeah,
I've got I think I have 3 of those, but I don't have that one. So there are several, obviously.
And then we've got B-Man #1. So B-Man, the Harvey book.
That's really weird.
What's that?
That's really weird. And what's the book on the corner there? Magic.
Magic Master.
Oh
it says extra added attraction. You can be the magician, Magic Master.
By the way, as you guys are as you're showing this stuff, I figured, hey, I'll open up the Savage Dragon to find out what that girl's name is.
Okay.
And then there's a panel here, and I can't show it. I can't show this panel. It is just crazy. She's shooting webs from a part of her body that you normally wouldn't shoot webs from.
From her hind parts?
Yes, it's really odd. It's like, what?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got Forbidden Worlds issue.
And what's the name of the guy? Is it Super Magician? What's his name?
Magic Man.
Magic Man.
And I got he's a magic man. Then we got Frankenstein #1.
Oh, wait.
Dell.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. And so the Frankenstein swap meet, they use this image a lot. So Frankenstein as a superhero. And then we've got Frankenstein #2. So
that's really cool. I don't even know that series. I've never even seen that.
Really? Well, Alan, if you see anything in here you want, we can always add it to the group of books you're interested in.
Those Frankensteins are really cool.
Do you want me to pull them out for you?
Maybe.
Is that a yes?
Okay, sure. I'll say yes.
Okay. Any of those other ones that you've seen so far? Fly, Captain Marvel, B-Man, Forbidden Worlds.
I know that Alan's big
I think I have pretty much all those ones.
All those. Okay. We've got Mandrake the Magician #1 from King.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's a nice copy of that. So can we pull that one aside for you?
What was Mandrake's assistant's name?
What's that?
What was Mandrake's assistant's
Sabo
name?
or something, or I don't know. He's
the black fellow
the black
that's always
guy,
with him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody just asked me this. What?
Lothar.
Wolfgar?
Lothar.
Not
Wolfgar. That's a Stallone movie.
Okay, I actually should know that, but I didn't remember. I totally didn't
So
remember.
Alan, was that a yes
So
on Mandrake?
Alan knew that. I knew that we were
No,
getting back
it's
to
funny.
that.
I just had somebody come to my house, and they were like, the one comic that they really liked was Mandrake, and they were like, so they quizzed me, and they said, do you know who they did the same question that you just did, and I was like, I have no idea. So then they said it, but I didn't catch it. I didn't catch what they said. So
Alan, did you need Mandrake number 1?
sure, why not? I'll be
I've got Mandrake number 3 also.
probably more interested just in number 1.
Just in the number 1. Okay.
You don't want
And
the
then I
roof
got another
off
number
the
1.
roof?
We've got, that's number 3. Where's number? Oh, we got number 2. I just
So
have
you have
number 2
1,
and
2, and
3.
3.
No, this is 2 and 3 of Top Secret Adventures, Spy
Oh,
Man.
Spy Man.
Yeah,
These are
And it looks
it's
very
really
Simon Kirby, doesn't it?
it does. It got some crazy guy shooting a beam out of a giant eyeball on his head.
yeah, it's really odd.
That's the evil eye.
Yeah.
So do you know these ones, Stephen? Are you familiar with any of these?
I have a couple B-Man. I have a couple Captain Marvels. I didn't have the Frankenstein. That's the first I ever saw that.
So he's got powers from his robotic hand. It says.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's cool. I've never seen that one either.
Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Yeah, I love the bad guy looks crazy. I mean, look at the.
And that's
he looks like the Orb or whatever it's called, the character that's in Spider-Man.
Yeah. So, anyway, interested in those, Alan?
Not that one in particular, but
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean,
So,
I have never seen any of these ones before, so it's really
I know
cool.
there's a bunch of these are all. I'm like, what the heck is this? Spy-Man number 3. So,
robot cover.
Yeah, robots. And
Spy-Man number 1 has the first comics work by Steranko.
Oh, nice.
Did you have?
And then I'm not sure what issue number this is, but Pete Cannon Thunderbolt.
I actually have a bunch of the Thunderbolts.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Which I think is being done right now by Boom or somebody's doing a
Thunderbolt back series. The Thunderbolts.
Yeah, Pete Cannon has been brought back.
Wow.
So
this one, I showed this one to Steppo earlier. He'd never seen this book, so we'll see if Alan's seen it. Tower Action Series number 5, Undersea Agent.
That's so bizarre. It's a robot bug dinosaur.
That's a really cool looking robot. I think he looks neat.
almost like a sea monster robot.
Yeah. He's an undersea, yeah. So he's got bubbles.
And it's an annual 25 center. What's the grade on that, Brian?
Fine. It's a fine.
I'd like that one if you wouldn't mind. I'd love that.
Yeah, I'll set this aside for you, Stephen.
That is so bizarre. I mean, that's really kooky.
Yeah. So Travis said, like, when he was grading these two, because they were either going to sell them to an individual or possibly sell them on eBay, and they didn't know. He didn't want them to get torn apart by people on eBay for grading, so he tried to be on the conservative side on the grading.
Mm-hmm.
So we got. I've never seen this book either. Werewolf, the Superhero Spy, number 1.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
I
might be interested in that one just because it's strange.
So I got this one.
I bet you that Night Tiger doesn't have that one.
I've also got.
I mean, a lot of these I haven't seen. I don't even know these titles.
This is number 2.
Oh, number 2 is kind of cool too.
Yeah, Scuba Dive. You got shark cover.
It's shark cover, yeah. So
set that aside for you.
Yeah, sure.
So this collection was really weird. So it would have like modernish stuff. So there's like a beat up copy of Batman Riddler.
Why?
I don't know. There was like a Reign of the Superman issue and a Elseworlds. Well, I really like the Elseworlds stories from this time period, but Superman.
So this was the collection that you were telling us about before, the Silver Age collection?
Yeah, so we'll see some more of them.
This is supposedly the lesser box, although I think that esoteric stuff you showed to begin with,
I think it's pretty cool. Absolutely, yeah.
The most interesting stuff.
I just never seen it before. Oh wow!
We got X-Men number 1. Oh, We got Amazing Adventures #1, reprinting X-Men #1, and then a bunch of Amazing Adventures. So it's a
Wow.
reprint X-Men series.
Those
Some of them
reprints are
with new
actually going
covers.
for a fair amount nowadays.
Yeah, so they're looks like Trav has all these all priced. They're all at a fine, and he has them priced at about $5 a piece. But
Oh, okay.
so, um, and then oh my gosh, Amazing Fantasy #15.
Oh, really? Is it another one of these masterpiece ones?
It's the ones they gave away in the newspaper down here. So
Oh,
they
really?
came, yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they had it in our newspaper. I had that entire set, and I gave it to Reggie Collects. That's how long
so
ago I got those.
so each
Wow.
issue has a modernized cover and then the original cover um, of
And
the
is
issue.
that only in Portland that they did it, or?
Uh, I've seen it. I think it was it just the Oregonian Seppo,
It's
or
the
was it
only
all over the
place
country?
I ever saw it, and it's the entire book without ads, basically.
And is
Yeah,
it must be incredibly rare.
Yeah.
um, yeah. So I have some of these if you're interested, Alan.
I might be interested in those. Actually, those seem kind of strange. So I
Sure, I'll
might.
put it
They
aside
are.
for you.
They're very bizarre, and a
Uh,
lot of them
Um,
are just thrown away as junk.
so how
yeah,
did they even get the rights to do that?
they must have bought the rights from
Oh,
Marvel.
it's a very interesting story, Alan. Do you have an hour?
I mean,
um,
Marvel's like notorious about you have to pay up to get rights to publish
right.
anything.
So a bunch of bronze, or not? These aren't even bronze, are they? These are they copper? They're copper. Doctor Strange.
Are they like 75 cents? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Or
yeah. So, oops, I'm doing the wrong ones. There we go.
so how big of a collection was this?
I think this is a Mignola cover, like that one.
2 short boxes.
2 short
Yeah,
boxes?
yeah, yeah. So I'm almost through the first, or halfway through the first short box.
Okay, okay.
Can we
So I'm
stop
gonna,
there?
yeah, that's a good place to stop.
Okay,
And I will
stopping.
go back. Stopping. That's good stuff, though. Really interesting. Like very like
Yeah,
stuff that
a
I've
lot of
never
that
seen
Silver
before.
Age stuff I'd never seen before. I was like,
Like the Harvey
what?
superheroes and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm not
I was
familiar
like
with.
really not familiar with it. Matt says that Elseworld story is good. I'll have to read it.
Good
Looks pretty
evening.
cool. Hey, Munin, you got to go to bed. Good night. Binner Rack. Good evening, sir.
Okay,
Welcome.
so Steven, now you can show some stuff, I guess.
I will. I have been looking for faucet flyers, the paper cardboard flyers that they have, and they're various and assorted different ones. Um, and actually, I'm working on one right now, but it's like $179, and it's some sort of Captain Marvel magic box where Billy Batson turns into Shazam. And I hit the guy up to see if I can get the price down a little bit. I've never seen that one, but I showed those, and I just put comic book premiums, and then this one listing came up, and it was for the opening bid was $99. And so I put $99 on and I won. I think it was like a 5-day auction, and I still won, which is surprising. And it's a guy by the name of David Costa. And Mr. Costa sent away to become a member of the Superman of America.
Oh
So
wow.
here is the original folder. Here's the original envelope.
Well, that's really cool.
Here is the introduction letter. Congratulations, you have been elected, because he paid. You have been elected a member of Superman of America, and we take pleasure in
I did
sending you the enclosed certificate of membership, the Superman secret code, and the Superman button. Unfortunately, I don't have the Superman button. I'll have to find one. We hope you will be pleased with them. We feel that you will derive great deal of benefit from association with this great organization. The Supermen of America Club stands for traditional American ideals, and by
Wow.
following the precepts of our motto, strength, courage, and justice, you have the foundation for building a good character. Boy, oh boy, is this ever a fossilized dinosaur concept in
We have
America.
oh, something went weird with that. Okay, sorry.
That's all right.
Yep.
It says here, becoming a useful American citizen, which will make your parents proud of you.
Wow. What a powerful membership that is.
Be sure to follow the announcements of the Superman of America Club as well as Superman's secret code in Action Comics magazine every month. Sincerely yours, Superman of America. and it's
Lyle has it too, strangely.
the CK:MN. So it's CK is Clark Kent, and I don't know who MN is, who's supposedly writing this, but here is the letter of introduction, and it has the old Superman image from like early Superman.
Wow.
And there's that. And here is the Superman code, which is on the back side of this thing here. And if it's found, you're supposed to send it back. It says, fill in your name and address on the outside of the flap so that it may be returned to you in case you lose or mislay it. So if you leave the Superman code just lying around, someone can then send it back to you.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
An important message. Isn't that cool?
That is really cool.
All of that, and then they have the main certificate.
Wow.
In color.
It's signed Clark Kent, which is interesting.
It is signed Clark Kent, and it's actually numbered.
What's the numbering?
It says here, not available to Canadians.
Wow.
The number is 464134, and it's actually stamped on this, signed Clark Kent. Underneath it says Superman, in case you didn't know. It says David Costa of Somerville, Massachusetts. Headquarters, 480 Lexington Avenue. Has been duly elected a member of the organization upon the pledge to do everything possible to increase his or her strength and courage to aid the cause of justice, to keep absolutely secret the Superman code.
Is Canadian, actually.
No, he isn't. He's a Kryptonian. although I understand that Canada is very close to Krypton.
Yeah, very close.
Aliens.
Yeah, Schuster was born in Canada. Yeah, in Toronto.
And he had to come to America to make it good because Canada had nothing going for him. It says the Supermen of America in each issue of Action Comics and Superman, in witness whereof I have this day set my seal and signature. National Comics Publications, Inc. Isn't that fun, though? For $99.
$99. Oh, yes. You paid $99. I was thinking back in the day.
And then on top of that, in with it were all of his other childhood affiliations. He has the headquarters for the Mickey Mouse Club.
Wow.
David Costa, the Junior Sky Ranger Club emblem, and the Junior Sky Rangers Club dedicated to America's Aero Police Patrol Squadrons in action, with Johnny Law, the Sky Ranger, on top of which he has a bronze felt Cheerio award, which I think is the Sky Ranger emblem. And he evidently participated with his Duncan yo-yo in the 1953 skill contest there in Massachusetts.
Oh, this guy's
so
like
here is the actual felt patch from his 1953 competitions, his skill award.
Wow.
The Sky Ranger patches and all this.
I mean, that's really cool stuff. I mean,
isn't that fun?
It's a very cool collection. I mean, why would you even part with some of that stuff? It just seems like
it may be that I think that maybe David rolled sixes, and it's just some somebody, maybe Granny or his daughter or whatever, his wife or whatever, his
Again.
estate, it went into some store and this guy's just putting it up. But why you, this is a treasure. If this was grandpa's, you know, if it was
Yeah,
your grandfather's stuff,
I think it's so
but
awesome stuff.
but I was the only one bidding, which I was very surprised because it's almost complete Superman set, and they're not exactly inexpensive to get.
Yeah, I mean, it's very. I would imagine it's pretty rare stuff.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
That's really neat.
Okay, so and then I'll go back to the group here. So okay, so I guess it's round 2 now. I'll show my. I have 3 bags of books. So this next one is like a whole bunch of books. So each bag represents 1 week. I just haven't taken them out of the fact that I. So yes. Oh, okay. You don't
I
like
knew
the
that.
modern stuff? Okay.
I knew that. I knew
Okay.
that.
You got to learn to appreciate the modern stuff. Okay.
I do. I very much.
All
I
right. So,
appreciate you guys.
jeez. Okay. 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 So I'm going to show one more, well, 2 more bags. And so this is 2 weeks ago, books that I picked up 2 weeks ago. Okay.
Right.
So we got, actually, is this 2 weeks ago or is this recent? It feels like more recent than that. This is Bad Girls.
What's on her
What you
thigh?
gonna do?
What's on her thigh? I don't know. It looks like some kind of
Those
like.
are
I think
Rob
that's
Liefeld pouches.
I think that's part of her boots. Actually, it looks like like the top of
Are
her
her legs
boots.
bound together with handcuffs or something? Thigh
I
cuffs?
don't know. It kind of looks like that, but
Uh,
it's the top of her boots. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so there's that, and then we got uh Jackpot and Black Cat.
What a funky costume! What's going on there?
So yeah, it's kind of like almost like a Spider Woman plus Mary Jane. I don't know how
Plus Goodwill
plus
plus
something else.
Salvation Army.
Yeah,
so
it's a little weird.
do you know what happened to the original Jackpot character?
No, actually.
Someone won it. Somebody won it, won her, and they spent her on comic books. No, what?
She died.
Oh, she died.
By Peter Parker trying to save her.
Oh, wow.
Never be a
He
friend
tried
of
to
Peter
give her.
Parker.
He tried to give her a blood transfusion, but his blood reacted with the chemicals in her blood, and it killed her. The chemicals that made her a superhero, and it killed her.
Oh, wow. She's not very lucky then. Not very good
Yeah.
jackpot.
That isn't a very good jackpot at all.
Yeah, and then we got this is the other version of it with Black
Black
Cat.
Cat.
Is that Hughes?
It looks like Adam Hughes.
The face looks Hughesy.
It's Torque.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. That's not Adam Hughes.
Very Adam Hughes style though. Just
There's yeah.
The face, I think, but
Mm-hmm.
also just the way it's drawn. Even it has
yeah.
very Adam Hughes. This one even looks sort of Adam Hughesy a bit too. This is the other version.
Is that the Dotsons? No, maybe.
I don't see any
What's Terry's
signatures.
wife's name, Brian? Mrs.
Mrs. Dodson.
And then we got the Goon. I guess there was a new Goon.
I love the Goon. He's a good character.
Yeah, I actually really like the Goon. I haven't read this one, but it just came out. So, and then we got another Goon. This is a different variant.
Have you read the original Goon stuff?
Yeah. I like it.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Check your chat, Alan. I bet you that Bleecker is there.
I already said hi to Bleecker.
You did?
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
well, I did.
I did. I said hi, Bleecker.
Well, now we're all going to say hi, Blake.
Okay. And then we got Power Girl.
Power Girl.
Power Girl. Then we got some more Power Girl.
Cute.
So this is the kind of stuff that I pick up. And then we got some Harley Quinn.
Very cool.
I actually what's this?
Looks
This
like
is,
that
oh,
they
this
were
is
in a-
Sweetie Boo.
It looked like they were in a hurry to get that cover done, huh?
No, that's her style. This is Sweeney Boo's style, actually.
Mm.
And then we got some more Power Girl. I don't know why I got this cover actually, but It's kind of Dungeons and Dragons like.
Yeah.
And then the series that's really popular right now is Ultimate
Ultimates.
Spider-Man.
Yep.
Wow, what could be more exciting than watching a guy doing his laundry? I can see why this is popular.
Well, actually, this is kind of like an homage to the one where he
He
throws away
walks
his
down the alley
fashion.
with it in the garbage can. Yeah.
Yeah, but this him doing his laundry version. I thought that was
Yeah.
cute. I thought that was kind of a cute idea. And then this is the A cover.
The variant looks like the Peter Parker from Into the Spider-Verse. Kind of
Yes, it really
the
does.
goofy
Why
dad one.
why do they put all that crap on the side of the cover and then a big white outline around it? Here they have a lovely piece of art and they just cluttered up with all that crap trade dress. It's ugly
They're they're,
cover.
they're trying to delineate that line from a normal Marvel book.
I
So
I
Yeah,
understand
exactly.
that, but what a butt ugly cover.
yeah, I understand what you're saying.
And this one, I really am looking. Actually, I'm really looking forward to reading this one, Farrell.
Those are the Stray Dogs guys, right?
Yeah, so basically, it's cats in a zombie apocalypse.
Gotcha.
So sounds like a cool idea. So I
Yeah.
got that's the A cover, and then I got the Virgin variant.
Virgin. Yeah.
The funny thing is, I paid less for this than I did for the actual.
That's funny.
Because they had like a sale, and the guy is like, a sale on all the variants. So he paid. It was like 50% off. So I was like, this was normally $10 Canadian, but it was like $5. So it was like cheaper
Yeah.
than the other version. And then we got Duke.
That ain't Duke.
I know that's not Duke. I just picked it because it has a girl on the cover.
It's the
Okay.
Baron.
That's
It's
the
the Baroness.
Baroness, isn't
Yes,
it?
but
But
it's Duke
he has a relationship with the Baroness. So
Yes. Actually, I never really got into G.I. Joe, tell you the truth. And we got
the Baroness is actually a good guy that they keep brainwashing.
The Baroness?
Yeah.
and then you had that Duke.
Dr. Mindbender keeps brainwashing her.
Oh, okay. Okay. See, I
So
didn't know that. And then this one you'll like, Stephen. You know this artist.
That would be
Linsner.
Mr.
I could
Linsner.
tell that's Linsner.
Yeah, he has a very distinctive style.
Yeah.
You say you think his stuff is boring. Was that you that was saying you thought his stuff was boring?
Who, me?
Yeah, that was all kind of the same.
No, like some of it is. Some of it is a little bit like that, but no, I actually don't mind his stuff.
I love his style.
And
He's
then we got
very different than wow.
some tarot.
Does that count as a top?
Well, yeah, we'll say.
Well, how about the spike through her mouth out the back of her head?
Miss the brain.
Miss the brain doesn't
Miss
count.
the heart.
You have to
Yep.
aim for the heart. Okay. So this is 143rd issue.
Wow.
Aim for the heart, Ramon.
And this one, I think it's like a connecting cover kind of situation. Let's see if I do this right. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is the other side.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I see that.
Is that
So
Jim
Taro's
Ballant?
on the other
Ballant
side,
doing the work?
actually. Okay.
This is Ballant, yeah. Jim Ballant, yeah. And then we got
So the second one you're showing is the actual cover with Taro on it, though.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have said that, made that more clear. This is the bad guys, and this is the good guys.
Gotcha.
You got
Very
Taro.
cool. I like that guy's gun. I just realized his gun shoots spikes.
Yeah.
That's how she got the spike through the back
that's how
of
she
her
gets the spike in
mouth.
the mouth. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And then we got this is the new one that just came out, or 2 weeks ago, I should say. The IDW Isagio Jimbo, with the turtles.
Turtleverse.
That's not Sakai.
Turtleverse.
I can tell you that.
Oh, definitely not. It's so some marks.
Looks like what was the name of that?
Can you read the name?
Looks
right
like
there?
the Bucky O. Is it? That looks like the Bucky O'Hare artist.
Could be. I
You
don't
remember
know.
Bucky O'Hare?
I do.
I do too. Yeah. It's odd. Okay, and then this one probably a big book.
Oh, there you
X-Men
go.
97. Actually, I'm
Da-da-da-da.
really enjoying the series. It's quite good.
First two episodes were amazing. The third
Third
episode
one
was
is a little weak. Yeah.
way too much stuff crammed into one episode. It was like 2-3 years of comic continuity crammed into one episode.
Yeah, I noticed that. It was really interesting. Actually, yeah. It's they should have made it 2 episodes. Like I felt like it was designed to be 2 episodes, and then they decided to make it one. I don't know why, but I actually thought it was good still. Hopefully the remainder of the series will be good. And then we got some more Spider-Verse number 2. And this is
That's
actually the first appearance of the Spooky Man.
the Spooky Man. That looks like a Super Patriot from Image. The first one you showed there. The Cyborg Spider-Man.
Where he's all mangled. He's got like a robotic arm or something.
Cyborg Spider-Man.
Little Deathlock action.
Yeah, so that's Cyborg Spider-Man, and then we got this is Spooky Man here. So Lyle was the one that asked me if I told me that I should pick this up. So I blame him. So I got it. I did pick it up.
Spooky Man. Spooky Man.
Okay, so those are my 2 weeks ago books. So that's it.
Time traveling back 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so that's what I got 2 weeks ago. Okay. So Big B, I guess you're next again.
All right, we're still in the not as
cool books.
Yeah, so this thing has a pedigree collection with a serial number on it.
Oh wow.
Guardians of the Galaxy pedigree limited edition collector's pack. Whatever that means. So it had like a bunch of 90s Guardians of the Galaxy stuff in it.
So that's somebody I want to have a pedigree. So I made up the Guardians of the Galaxy pedigree.
I guess it was like one of those packs you could buy at like Toys R Us or something.
Oh really? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So then we got some bronze Iron Man.
Okay. And so would you say most of the collection was like more modern, or was it mostly Silver Age?
We're getting there. It was a good mix of silver, bronze, and then a little bit of modern stuff. So I like that cover. I always liked this cover when I first started collecting the stealth armor. I thought that was a cool one. That one and the death of Obadiah Stane, number 200, and then some Michael Golden cover books that the Micronauts. I guess these were done on like prestige format paper, and they're I guess harder to find. So they're reprinting the original Micronauts, I guess. But
okay.
So that one, a cool Man Thing cover. So Brandon from Mod Comics will like that. And that one. So 1 through 4 was a mini series. And then some New Mutants. New Mutants number 1.
Oh wow, that's a key. Yeah.
Yeah. First appearance of Warpath, the brother of James Proudstar, the guy that died in X-Men 95, 96, whichever one he died in. And that one. So then jumping to the cooler box if you want me to.
Yeah, let's do a little bit of a taste of the cooler box.
All right.
Because we'll go one more round after this.
The up through the ASM stuff. How's that? This is an alphabetical order. So we got an Alpha Flight number 1.
Oh, nice.
And then we've got a Spider-Man Annual number 3.
Cool. And that's from like 1965?
Probably. I don't know what year it's from exactly, but it's one of the the third annual. I love him punching on the Hulk there. It's really cool.
Very cool.
We got Spider-Man number 24.
Wow.
And Spider-Man number 25.
Oh, very nice. I might be interested in that one, actually.
Really?
I don't have it already. I might have it already, but are you interested in that? You might want to keep some of these yourself.
Spider-Man number 27. Green Goblin on the cover there. And then probably the biggest key in the collection,
Yeah, that's huge.
Spider-Man 39. Travis graded this as a fine copy.
Nice.
So,
And that's the first Stranko on Spider-Man, right?
uh,
Or
not,
is it Ditko?
no, Ramita.
Ramita. I was going through my
Yeah,
artists.
Ramita.
I was going through my
Yeah.
artists. Ramita, yes.
Yeah,
Ramita.
it's where Green Goblin and Spider-Man learn each other's secret identities. So that's the
Very
biggest
cool.
key in there. And that's the last Spider-Man book. But
Yes, first Ramita, John Marita.
yeah.
Ramita.
So yeah, super happy to get the Spider-Man. So I thought that was pretty darn cool.
Those are really great. I mean, yeah.
How is your Spider-Man run working then, Brian? Is that filling a big chunk for you?
Yeah, well, it's not what I'm like actively pursuing, but I do have I picked up a Spider-Man 7 last year. So
wow.
yeah, I got
So
a few
like, are
early
you trying to
issues.
get like sub 25 or sub 50 or sub 100? What's the goal?
Sub 100 probably. Yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be actually a very cool thing to
What's
have.
your favorite title in Marvel? I mean, what's the one that you collect? Are you an X-Men guy, or what is that you go?
Uncanny X-Men. Yeah, the Byrne Claremont is my favorite.
Claremont run, yes.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of people, that's what they go for, that Claremont run.
That was what big for now.
You were growing up?
Yeah. Yeah, that and like the first like maybe 60 issues of G.I. Joe were big formative books for me. Yeah. So G.I. Joe was the first comic that it really got me into collecting comics. So
do you have the first 60 G.I. Joe?
Oh no, I have a number 1 and I have a handful. I got a good chunk at a antique store in a box. You could take me off full screen if you want to, Jack. Because I said I was stopping at
I
Spider-Man.
thought you were going to show more. I was like expecting.
No, you said I said I'd stop at Spider-Man. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Oh, Mike at Lunch Money just finished his Claremont run. That's impressive.
He did, yeah. Now he's upgrading copies. He just got a nice copy of 129, the first Kitty Pryde and White Queen.
So how many books is that in the Claremont run?
It's one. Well, it's Giant Size. Giant Size wasn't written by him, so it's X-Men 94. 94. So for the Byrne Claremont, it's 94 through 143.
Okay, so that's not that many issues. It's about 50 issues.
No, yeah, I'm getting pretty close to finishing that run. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, not too bad.
What is our time factor tonight, Alan? Do we have time to show slow, or do we have to hurry up, or what's our time frame tonight?
It depends on who's showing. If it's me showing, I've got all the time in the world. I'll give you 2 seconds, okay, and then we'll flip. No, there's no real time constraints. So so far, okay. So you can show your books in peace.
My
Action Popcast.
I was riffling through, and this time I was kind of going through. I've been buying quite a few Archies of late. I've been buying Harry Lucy covers. I've been buying various and assorted, which I've shown here with you and posted on Instagram. And I'm just finding a lot of really interesting and fun covers, where it's sort of soft, spicy, I guess I would call it, where the girls are they're huffulated at one another. Who has Archie in their thrall at any given moment, and back and forth, and it's the eternal triangle, as you know. And so what I always do is I will go Archie Publications, and then I just hit the button in stock, and then I just go through, and I usually pick the ones from the mid to early 50s up to like 60, 61. Because I just find the charm of those covers to be a lot better. And here was one I'd never seen before, is a Reggie Comics number 14.
Oh, wow. Nice.
In the pretty nice condition.
That's Harry Lucy, right?
No. This isn't Lucy. I think it's Sam Schwartz or something like that. But
Okay.
but all, and Bob White's another one, and Vagoda's another one, and of
Pagoda,
course
yeah.
Montana and DeCarlo and Lucy, and I mean, but uniformly the art is very good. With the Archie artists, they have their somewhat their spin on it. Even Dan Parent, has his spin on it, but the way that they portray the gals, and I just think it's a really fun one. I kind of had to pay up for this too. I don't know why it became a source of contention, and I finally said, "Damn it, I want it!" So I just bought it. Um, so in looking at Archie, um, then also Pep Comics was in there, and this one actually showed up on their regular listings, which is Pep Comics number 19. This is during the war. Criminals everywhere, beware, you can't escape the hangman. And here we have this is an Irv Novick cover with Hangman, the Shield, and it's a bunch of Nazis getting ready to blow up a submarine pen. And I really liked the construction, the layout of this cover.
Yeah, that's cool.
And they've got their hats with the straps, the brown shirts.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pep Comics are not easy to find. I mean, of this vintage, and they always charge an arm and a leg, and they're always, to a large degree, are always very damaged. I don't know if they were loved or hated or both. My guess is that they were just read and read and read and shared a lot. There, we got to get Alan. There was a fold in your head. It's true to
A
life,
fold
but
in his head?
well, sort of. Did Alan go away? Look at
He's
that.
not
He
making
left.
sound.
He left. How do you like that? And I'm showing my stuff and he leaves on me.
Sorry about
I
that,
think
guys.
he's looking for something.
Sorry, I was just checking something. Okay, sorry. I'm back. I'm sorry. I snuck out for just a second there.
Well, it wasn't very interesting stuff anyway.
No,
No, you were
that pep
showing
was
the
really
pep.
cool.
The pep was cool. I saw it just as I left. See, you have fans. Matt really likes your
Well,
stuff.
thank you, Matt. That's awfully kind of you. I posted this one just before I got it, and this was an eBay purchase because this is a FOMO from my friend Alan, and this has the brand new. This is a brand new slab that has that sort of a thing on the side to show if it's been messed with. Interesting.
Oh, really?
Way it's
Tamper-proof.
clean too.
So now it's
This
tamper-proof
was a FOMO.
slabs? Really?
This was a FOMO because Alan taunted me with this, and there was one that was a 6.0 that the guy had way too high a price on, and frankly, between the two of them, I thought this one had nicer colors, and it is the Black Cat,
Oh, yes.
number 29. And the date is from June of 1951. Lee Elias cover and art, and it's a Scepter appearance, whoever the Scepter is, and it's a bondage cover because she's taking on the Salem witch.
I think it's a great cover. I always love.
Well, I agree because I had to go get me one.
Yeah, I mean that's really good grade too. 4.0 is really solid.
And the pages, it's cream to off white. And now, Alan, because I'm thanks, Matt. And can you tell me the name of her sidekick
It's
in the blue suit?
Kitten, but it's Kit.
Well,
Kit.
his name is like Kit Emerson or something like that.
Yeah,
But his
Kit.
name, his battle name is the Black Kitten.
Black Kitten. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to go through my things there. because we discussed this, right? Yeah.
Yes. And there is a date stamp up on the top left, very discreetly put, April 13th. So the June of 51 cover date is from April 13th of 1951.
April 13th,
Isn't that a
1951.
pip? And the
Oh,
back cover, and it's great because the book came via airmail.
oh,
And
weird.
it must have been shipped flat, not folded. Isn't that funny? Via airmail.
That's really weird. I've never seen that a stamp on a comic before.
And here's Bud and Sis, and they give lots of prizes. What are they selling? Cloverine salve? Wilson Chemicals. What is this? Valuable premiums.
Valuable.
Bud, could I get a wristwatch the same easy way you got that air rifle? You sure can, sis. Also, dolls, bicycles, and many other things. Just mail coupon to start like I did. And sis mails in the coupon at the bottom of this page. Thank God it's still there.
Yeah, I can imagine.
What are we selling? Look, Bud, Wilson sent white Cloverine brand salve.
Is it
And
really?
I asked my father, I asked Dad, I said, Dad, what is salve? He says, salve? What are you talking about? I said, it says here, Cloverine salve. He says, Stephen, it's not called salve, it's called salve. I said, what's salve? He says, well, if you got a sore or something, you just dip your finger
Rub
in
it on,
that crap
yeah.
and you smear it on it and supposedly makes it well. I said, does it work? He says, I have absolutely no idea. I have never, ever seen a tin or container of Cloverine salve.
What is grit, and why is it
Grit was
advertised?
a magazine. It was like a newspaper. It was like a
Okay.
newspaper, and
I remember
it
that.
had
Yeah.
some sort of features like, I don't know, like
It's like
no,
the food made of corn.
no, not like that. It is. They didn't tell you how to make grits. It was some screwball. It really was. Grit was a complete snooze burger. The kids will love it. You knew right then you wouldn't. You know, this is for the kids. No, it isn't. It's not for the kids. It's for the parents who think the kids want it. And they show the kid yelling, you know,
Kid.
hey, here comes your latest issue of Grit.
I've never heard of grit.
Oh yeah, man! It was on all these covers. You will just look at your covers. You'll see it's they sell Grit. But
Right.
anyway, but this has lots of interesting markings on it. Via email and the tasty date stamp up at the top there. I think it's really a cool, nice copy. Happy to have it to go with all the rest of my black cats.
That's beautiful. You say his name was the Black Kitten?
The Black Kitten, and his name was Kit. I think it's like Emerson or Schmidlap or something.
You'd be embarrassed to say you got your butt kicked by the Black Kitten.
I know,
Well,
it's like such a whoopee name.
He's got lots of moxie, though, Brian. He's got lots of moxie.
Oh,
Come on,
okay.
Black Cat, let's go get him. She says, no, let's wait a second and check and see. Okay, well, I'll wait here. So then she goes in and gets captured and strung up and start to be burning. And then Kit comes in. She says, oh, thank you for coming in, Black Kitten. He's going, yeah, I'm going to get you. And he's got a big head of red hair and all this other stuff. You know what happens if you're a redhead? Okay,
Oh,
never
what?
mind. So this came. Brian knows. So anyway, but they were the people that Nostalgia Collectibles, who I got this from. They were very nice about it, and they worked a deal with me that was reasonable. And again, I think the 6 didn't have as nice of colors, and the guy was adamant about what he wanted to pay for. I mean, what he wanted for it.
Yeah, it was some outrageous price. That's all I remember.
It's outrageous. Now I'm going to show one more, and then I'll save the last 4 for the finale.
Okay, cool.
If we have time. Do we have time?
Yeah, we have time. Yeah, we have time.
Okay.
We got one more round. So afterwards.
These books that I'm showing here were ordered a while ago, and it's sort of, they say it's coming today, then it doesn't come today. Then it says coming tomorrow, and then it doesn't come tomorrow. and then I'm saying, well, it should be here tomorrow, and then it isn't here. It's sort of like it's one of those. But these they have finally have finally accumulated. Gee, that's a beaut. I do like the romance books, and I do like the good girlish books. And Dan DeCarlo was doing various things for various companies. And here is one that he did for Atlas Comics or Marvel. And it's a character we know as Millie the Model. And this one,
I didn't see that until yes. That happens with all the redheads. If you're basically if you're a redhead, it's sort of like Little Mermaid. You become African American later on in life. All the gingers become African American when they translate it. It's some weird thing.
I don't like that very much. This is
But
also
yeah.
This is also a brand new slab that has this thing here. See this clear tab here on the edge?
Is it like a tape or what?
No, no, no. It's a raised piece of plastic to show that if it's been cracked open.
Huh.
This is sort of their security
security feature.
Security measure. This is off-white to white pages. It's from March of 1958. It's a code book, and it's Millie the Model number 83.
Oh yeah, that's a really nice one. And that's Dan DeCarlo, right?
It's Dan DeCarlo signed.
Wow, very nice.
Isn't that a honey?
Mm.
8-0.
It has a very Showgirls look to it, without being a Showgirls.
Well, you know, yeah, I get Sherry the Showgirl images and not Sherry the Showgirl prices because I don't understand why she gets the money she does. Because I think Millie's every bit as pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Chili always gets the raw end of the deal. Like with Patsy Walker, who's the other one? Hetty Wolf. Hetty always is the one that's the Patsy and Hetty. Hetty's always the second banana.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's really cool.
It's a beautiful cover, though.
Thank you. And on the back, Betty and Jim. I don't remember who were those other ones that were. Was it Claudia and Bud and Sis? So Bud and Sis. This is Betty and Jim. He's very good, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And this is for valuable premiums, magnifier. You can look at bugs. It shows a bug. It's free, just for mailing in the coupon. And this is also for Cloverine Salve, Wilson Chemical Company in Tyrone, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Cloverine brand salve. Your friends will all want it.
Definitely.
I guess so.
Definitely.
Wow.
The colors on this cover, I mean, are just stunningly beautiful.
Well, I mean, it is an 8.0. It is
There's
really high grade.
There is no two ways about it. This really is a beauty. Edges and pages and everything.
Looks really nice.
You never see these books in this grade. You literally, you
Usually
never
they're all
see them
beat
like
up,
this.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah,
You
very
found
nice.
that on eBay,
Very,
right?
very nice.
Was that eBay or was that the store that shall not be named?
The store that shall not be named.
So we don't have to ring the bell, and then I ring the bell anyway. It just makes me salivate. I don't know what your problem is. I salivate.
What's going on?
I don't know. I don't think I know what that word means. Oh, so anyway, here we go. That's and then I've got 4 more for the grand finale.
All right.
Grand finale.
All right. So that was cool. I feel like my books are so lame when I show these awesome books.
Better than the ones that I've showed the last couple of weeks. I haven't had anything to show. I've just been like, it's all old stuff. You guys have seen
But
it.
Alan, it's entirely not true. And you know it because you have box openings twice a week from all of the fantastic stuff you got up from Stackery. You're showing stuff left and right and hand over fist. So you show good, cool stuff all the time.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. I'm glad somebody appreciates it.
It's true. It's true.
Actually, the next
I don't really believe it, but I mean, I really
the next unboxing is actually the next series will even be bigger books, which is insane. But
Boy, if they get much
So,
bigger, I don't
so
know how you're going to get them up the stairs to your loft.
Yeah, I
Steppo
don't
had
know.
a hangman thing, and didn't you just unbox, or you showed it on
On Instagram.
Instagram, that Liberty Comics that
Yeah,
Steppo just
Yeah, that
got
I
from
got
me?
from you.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really liked it, so I thought, wow, that's really cool. I've got to pick up a copy. So I found a 6.5 on my comic shop.
that's a beautiful cover. I mean, it looks very,
Yes,
very
thanks.
ding. Yeah,
I'm
it
wondering
looks.
if some there it's not a common book. Oh, thank you.
It's very cool, and it's sort of the theme.
I forgot to wear
Steven
mine
did
this week.
not
I'm
accept
sorry.
did not accept the challenge. So
I I feel as though all of the books that I have, as far as if people wanting to watch to see what I have, pretty much are all up on my Instagram wall. And it is in fairness, it would be very difficult for me to choose between
well, it's
eras.
by price. It's by
Well, I
price.
know by price. I mean, but then it's always seems to be the same. The usual suspects seem to show up in varying
Hmm.
degrees of grades and things. Where it is, what are my favorite books, or what are my top? Because they're having collected for as long as I have.
Hmm.
There are so many that it's rather not so many, but there are enough that I have that it's very difficult to
Hmm.
choose between, and then to basically tear my whole system
Collection
apart
apart.
to
Yeah.
pull these out. Where I want to do is the way I look at it is this. In fairness,
Hmm.
to see them the best way rather than here is that I took as good of pictures as I could, and if you go on my wall on Instagram, Collecto6, and recently I've been putting music with it, and then also I have a chance to write down all the information there for you in fantastically interesting and fascinating prose. Uh,
You got
well,
a
thank you,
fan.
Helene. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
I don't make
So
anyone's day. That's so sad. Okay.
Mhm.
but anyway, but if you would just take the time and just scroll down, you will
Hmm.
see all the stuff that I have, and and presented in a way that you can actually see the books more clearly, because the resolution for us here, it's okay,
Hmm.
you can see it pretty well. But the
Right.
pictures that I shoot are
On
much higher
way better
quality
on
on
Instagram. Yeah.
Instagram, and you can see them a lot better. So it's
So
not that I
Lyle had a
don't show.
question.
Yeah. Yeah. Lyle asked, "Do you have any Victorian age comics?"
I do not have any Victorian age books. The Victorian age books to me are like the Yellow Kid,
Yeah.
Buster Brown, the Brownies. You could get Mutt and Jeff in there, and Ellis Cinders, and some of those other really. They are the first wave of American comic book stuff, and
Hmm.
it's interesting, but more interesting as a historical thing. As far as it being a feature and interesting to read, they're very, very creaky and of their time. They are interesting historical things. No, I mean they are. They're interesting.
Matt has a good point. It's
What's
it's
Well,
the
it's
Kellogg's.
1909. It's
It's
1909,
1900.
but
That's not Victorian. That's not
that's not
Victorian.
Victorian. Victorian, I think, is even
Is
earlier than that.
Victorian is pre 1901.
Right,
That's
and then this would be what, Edwardian, I guess you would say that.
Edwardian. Yeah.
So, but Edwardian stuff is the Kellogg's thing is not so much a story comic book, but as a comic novelty, because it's a
Yeah.
premium. So I'm not trying to split hairs with you. It's more of a premium, but I will say this: having said that, I urge you to get for like $25 or $35.
They're so cheap. They're really cheap.
You can find them, and they're amazing things. The
Hmm.
the colors, and they're printed, and
And
they're
they're solid.
beautiful.
Like they're on good paper.
They're like, well, the reason they've survived from the 20s and 30s, and the 40s, I mean, they have all these
Mhm.
different ones, but they're still, all of them are like, 70, 80 years old, 90, 100 years old, and they
Mhm.
still look vibrant and beautiful. They're very well made. I urge you to get one just to look
Mhm.
at, because you open them up, and they have all these flipper
Yeah,
things
flipping
where you
things.
change all their costumes and stuff, and the animals are quite cute the way they are set
Mhm.
up.
Yeah,
for what it's
I
worth.
actually really like that collection. It was you that found it too. It's like just sort of, and then we both kind of went down the rabbit hole of getting all the different variants.
Then we're both saying, well, here's another one. Oh, I got to get that too. What did you? Oh, I got to
Which
get
is
that
the
one.
first? Which is the first? We were trying to find which was the first.
I actually have it. I actually have it right over here. I'll pull it out when
Okay, you pull it
after
out when you
you're
show the finale thing. Yeah.
while you're doing that.
Okay, so I'm going to show my last set of books from my recent hauls of modern stuff. Okay, so this is more modern. So my comic shop, my LCS, actually had a sale on back issues where it was like half off. So I picked these ones up. This little run of Alice
Cool.
Never After. So this is number
Cool.
5, number 4, and number 3,
Cool.
and number 2, which is the Adam Hughes cover.
Nice.
Oh, very nice. That's a really cool cover.
Yeah, and I picked. They were like a couple bucks each. And then we got Wonder Woman number 7. Thought this was an interesting cover.
That's a cool cover.
Sort of a halter top with black shorts. That's a very,
Yeah,
who did that one
it's sort
now?
of green.
I'm not supposed to ask. I'm sorry.
No, it's Tedesco. I'm terrible at pronouncing names here.
Tedesco?
Tedesco.
Brian, do you know that artist?
Wait, can I? Is it
I'm
focusing?
not familiar with that artist.
I'm not familiar with that artist too, but he did a great job. I thought it was very cool. And this is one of those, covers. It's not a sketch variant. It's like, here, I gotta take it out to show you guys. It's like one of those ones where it's like got the, like a, I don't know why it has the paper on it. It's like a special cover. But it's like, Detective Chimp. And it's
Oh, that's cool.
April special.
April special.
Yeah, isn't that cute? And it's like a little banana where they put the special. So I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
And next one is David Nakayama, Catwoman.
Some people draw. They say his name. They draw his name. I know they say his name is like they draw it like a sword. This is David Yakanama.
Well,
it's a David Nakayama cover. David Nakayama. It's a Jenny Frison cover.
Well, I like
it.
They
draw it like a sword.
I like his stuff, so generally I'll pick it up. And he always his thing is pretty easy to remember. It's like DNA, so I thought that was cool. And he always has the double helix thing.
I do like her face, and then she has one of her ears is bent.
Yeah, it's quite good.
It's cute.
Yeah, it is cute. So I like
interesting perspective.
Okay, and then this is the In-Huk Lee.
He's good.
Yeah, this one's quite nice, isn't it? And so I picked up all the different variants of this Catwoman because they were pretty good covers. And this is I think this is not, is it Peach Momoko? No, it's Ratchta Lin.
Rat Link, is it? And it's manga.
It's kind of a manga style, isn't it? Manga. Little kittens. It's kind of cute.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's sort of Hello Kitty meets boobs.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay.
Would that be what?
There's my favorite cover format. Thank you.
I know you love this one. So this is Ultimate X-Men #1. And this is Peach Momoko.
I rest my case.
Yeah, she's doing that whole series, right? Yeah, she's the one like writing that and everything.
I love her stuff. Every so often, not so much. This one's not so much me liking the cover. Oh, it's One of Us. I'm not sure who.
I'm just holding my hands are in my. I'm holding my hands. I didn't touch that.
No, it just means that one of us timed out, or like there was a bit of lag, and it just maybe Brian. I blame you.
Probably
I
me.
blame no,
Probably
I
me.
blame Brian. And that's perfect
Okay,
timing. I
fair
blame
enough.
Brian.
This is actually the second print. This is
I'll take
actually
it.
the second printing, but oh well.
Wow. Second print. There's so many people bought the first.
I didn't realize I picked up the second print. I don't usually pick up second prints. Okay, and then we've got this one, Vampirella 667, and I think this is Pirello, isn't it? Looks like Pirello.
Like it.
Yeah, has a very.
I wonder what 666 looked like. That would have been probably a pretty special issue, right?
Yeah, I forgot what it was. There is a 666 issue. I remember it being a reasonably cool cover. And then this is another one of those bubble helmet Zenoscope ones. This is Horror and Fantasy Illustrated. And you got a little kitty in the bubble helmet too.
There's kitties all over.
Yeah, it's like really cute. I don't know. And then we got Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries. With cat. This is like kind of like that typical thing where they're climbing up the wall. It's usually Batman and Robin though, but it's now Batwoman, a Catwoman. So yeah, and then we got Birds of Prey with
Nice.
Black Canary.
Nice cover.
I don't know. Okay, wait. This is Sotomaki.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's very nicely done.
Sotomaca, Maeka, I think it's. And then it's some of the. I like the fact that they put the name on the little label so I can read it, and I just say, "Oh, I pretend I knew it," but I do know some of these ones. This one I'm not so familiar with. Villa Lobos.
It's a nice style.
Yeah, it looks interesting. So I don't know. If I like the covers, I'll pick them up. The variants. And then we got another Linsner.
See, now you look at the one that you just showed before, and then you show a Linsner cover. I just don't think there's any comparison between the two.
Well, you really like Linsner, right? So
I sure do.
yeah, no, this one's actually I really like this one actually. I actually
I think his facial expressions, the way he does the hair, the makeup, his proportions, his inking and his coloring are just first rate. I mean, truly first rate. And the effects that he can have to affect leather and what have you. I mean, it's really good.
Is it true that the first Action Comics just sold for $6
Yes.
million? Yes, it did. And the one that we were interested in sold for 500,000. So I guess it was out of our price range. But yeah, and then this is the last one. This is the Archie Pop's Chocolate Shop of Horrors. And it's like chocolate, meaning like chalk, like chalk. Chalk short.
Full of chock
Yeah,
full.
chock full of horror.
Chocolate shop full of, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to get to. And yeah, that's got some finger food and yeah, it's kind of fun. Okay, so that's it. Those are the last of my modern.
That's a good haul.
Yeah.
That was a good haul.
That's like 3 weeks worth of comics. Or a month actually, because one of these is 2 weeks and combined. But yeah, so that's a month of me buying modern books. Like I'll go in and pick up, oh, that's a cool cover, or oh, that's a cool cover, and I'll just pick up a bunch. So yeah. Did it mention who won the $500,000 one? It was not me. I did put a bid on it, by the way. I put a $180,000 bid, not expecting to win. But if I did win, I would have been, hey, Steven, can I borrow 180,000?
Hello? Hello?
So yeah, I would have found some way. I would put it on payment plan. Like you can do that with Heritage, right? They charge like 1% interest, but you can put it on a payment plan. If I had actually won it for 180, you know what I would have done though? I would have actually sold a bunch of my bigger books and just
had that one.
Yeah, Yeah, I would have done it that way just to, because one thing you can do with Heritage is you can say, okay, I'll consign these books, and then they will sort of deduct it from the. So that was kind of my thought process if I had actually won it for 180, but I didn't even come close. So didn't make even not even a close bet to it. So
I was, if you had managed to do that, because you had talked that you didn't figure it would go over 200.
I thought it would go for 250. I thought it was like, because based on the previous sales, that's what I was going by. That were on Heritage. It said, the previous, because on Heritage it shows the previous sales, right? So I was kind of basing it on that, which was totally off. Yeah. So it would have been cool. Would have been cool. Okay. So Brian, are you ready to show all your mega keys?
My mega keys. I already showed you the mega key. But yeah,
Okay,
sure, we'll
well,
go for more.
I thought you had more. Like I thought this was you were just sort of teasing at the big books.
No, I said that was the biggest one, was that first
Oh,
step. But anyway, what's this more?
okay, no,
Okay.
no, it's still good, still good. Well, that's not a
So
bad
yeah,
book.
yeah, Avengers Annual 10, first
That
row,
book is super hot right now because everyone is infatuated with the Rogue character right now because
right?
of X-Men 97. Wow.
Avengers 10, first appearance of
Of
Immortus.
Immortus. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Got an Avengers 200.
Oh, that's
We
cool.
jumped from 10 to 200. Daredevil number 9.
Yeah. And that's Wally Wood, I believe.
Yeah. Daredevil number 10.
Oh, that's cool.
Fantasy Masterpieces number 4. We got some Golden Age cap in there.
So Fantasy Masterpieces reprinted the Golden Age in the
Yeah.
silver.
Yes. Yeah. Fantasy Masterpieces number 7, which has Cap, Torch, and Submariner.
Looks like Gil Kane to me on that one.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Interesting.
And then we've got Marvel Collector's Items Classics number 2. Got the FF getting their costumes, or yeah,
So
right?
that's 1966, correct? It says on the cover
I
there,
think so, yeah.
Brian, right in the front
Yeah.
cover,
Where is this at?
right under number 1. If you turn it around, take a look.
Oh, yep, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
1966. You're right.
1966. Yeah.
Now,
That's
this
really
is
cool.
what even as a kid in 1966, I was 13. Actually, I was 12 when that book came out. And it bugged me because those books were only a couple years old, 3 years old, and they're already reprinting them to make money.
Right. Yeah. So we got that was number 2. Here's number 3. First
Same thing.
Submariner in there. Yeah, second Iron Man.
But I
First
mean, those are
first Doctor
semi-key
Strange.
issues.
We got number 4 here.
You're not that much older than Lyle, Stephen.
We're seeing double. We got number 5. 2 of those. We got
They fine grades, or what are they? What are they grading?
most of them are like BG. Yeah, BG fine. So what is this? Number 7.
Well, that's a Strange Tale cover I wish we would have had based on that cover. That would have been a great cover to see.
Yeah. And then
So
stuff here.
that's the logic behind it.
Boy, I'll tell you,
Marvel
I sure didn't. I knew exactly what I had. I'm sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Marvel Superheroes number 1.
Really tough with that brown cover.
Yeah, it's
I like
BG.
that because I like the yellow Daredevil, and then the way that they have the original the yellow armor, and then the fire and water story down below. It's really
Yeah, that's that
That
one
was
that
a
you have
great.
the great copy of, right?
Yeah, is
The
68 or 66 still? It says right on it.
66 also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marvel Superheroes,
So
1966.
they basically decided with Marvel Classics and Marvel Superheroes to reprint a whole bunch of stuff.
Well,
Basically.
collector's items, Marvel Superheroes, and Fantasy Masterpieces were all reprint books, and
And
they reprinted everything.
And Marvel Tales.
they would do 4 books per, 3 to 4 books per book, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And did they have
So Marvel
ads in them
Tales.
as well, or just the stories?
Yeah. Yeah, they have ads as well. So this is number 5 for Marvel Tales. And number 6. First
Okay.
Electro in that one.
I mean, I know that some of these reprints are actually going for. Oh, you guys disappeared again. See, I think it is Big B.
I keep getting bumped off for some reason.
Yeah, I'll make it again. Don't worry.
That's sort of an unfortunate turn of phrase.
Bumped off. I'm not trying to get bumped off. Marvel Tales number 7.
Okay.
And then Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos number 20.
Okay.
And then going completely different, X-Men Alpha Flight number 1 and 2.
Wow, that's random.
And Arthur Adams X-Men Annual. And then
cool.
I had no idea.
Isn't that a key? The
Is it?
Let me see. The
I think it's something to do with Mojo, the Mojo verse or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mojo verse.
Well,
yeah,
so Mojo just
Long
appeared
Shot's creator, Mojo.
Mojo just
bad
appeared
guy.
in the last X-Men 97.
Yeah. So, yeah. So this is like I think like the first appearance of the New Mutants as the X-Men. They become because the X-Men are gone. So, so yeah. So there's that. And then this one I had no idea was in there. So when I bought this collection, I'd only seen like 10 of the books, 10 or 12 of the books. So there was an X-Men 129 in there. So
that's nice.
Neat. That's
the first White Queen and Kitty Pryde, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or Emma Frost, or whatever you want to call her.
Emma Frost, White Queen, yeah. And then let's see, the last issue of the Byrne Claremont run, which is the Aliens ripoff, X-Men 143.
I picked that up because you guys kept on showing it, and I was like, "Oh, this is such a great book." I mean, it's got the aliens.
It's a good story. Christmas. It's a really good story.
Yeah.
Kitty Pryde all alone by herself on Christmas with the alien thing. So we got X-Men 149.
That's
and
cool.
150 and 154.
Is Colossus' first appearance in Giant Size X-Men 1?
Yes.
Yes. 155.
You keep on getting knocked off
one.
there, Brian.
Oh, did I get knocked off again?
Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes. You're fine. You're fine. It's just for some reason it keeps on disconnecting you and then bringing you back. It's really weird.
I'm sorry. Okay, so first brood.
Wait. You gotta show it a little bit slower.
What's that?
Gotta show it a little slower.
It takes a little bit for your camera to actually come into focus, Brian.
Okay.
There you go.
And that's the first brood?
Yeah. Brood, the aliens. The brood are aliens. They infect super beings, and then when they hatch, they take over their bodies and they become these aliens with so
that's cool.
Their powers. Yeah, so Starjammers 157.
That's a nice cover. I always liked the Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, that's actually not Phoenix. That is Kitty Pryde pretending to be Phoenix to be a distraction.
Oh wow. Okay.
Total Marvel.
Yeah.
Alan's knowledge.
This is it.
X-Men is uncanny. Ha ha.
Ah,
Yeah.
man, I saw what you did there.
This
Oh.
is a great issue. This is right after Rogue joins the X-Men. And it's an adventure in Japan, and Rogue gets mortally wounded. She's going to die. Yeah, her and Wolverine are on an adventure, and Wolverine intentionally gives her his powers to keep her alive.
Very cool.
So, yeah.
How long do the powers stick with Rogue?
She gets them permanently.
It depends
actually.
on how long she touches you. So, like,
But
she
she's
completely absorbed Carol Danvers' powers and has her
yeah.
flight and everything else.
But she keeps them. Like, she keeps a little bit of all the powers that she absorbs, doesn't she? I thought she always gets a little bit of. Like,
Uh,
that's how she gets the
like,
flight and.
well, she tried to kill Carol Danvers. She was a villain, and she like absorbed her
Oh,
life
I know
force
she
and
gets
basically
Carol
threw her
Carol.
off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah. But isn't Carol Danvers inside of Rogue's brain or something weird as well?
She
In
is,
that world?
yeah. So she's
Yeah.
constantly got part of Carol Danvers'
Conscious.
psyche in her brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Marvel.
there's 181. Another great Rogue cover. Which
Oh, okay,
this is part of
that one
the X-Men
that's part of
97.
that run. So that's part of that run that was just going on right now. That it was like that issue was the one I didn't have. It's a non-key issue. That's the key with the first Forge cover appearance, by the way.
Yeah, well, this is where
This is
episode
where she
4
loses
has
her
this story.
superhero. Yeah, this is where the
Episode 4
superhero.
has this story in it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's basically that little run where
Mhm.
of her and Forge trying to get her powers back. The issue before
Right.
that, she loses her powers.
Right.
Yeah,
So then we got this one, Dire Wraiths, little ROM action going on there.
that's cool.
Little Conan tie-in here. Kulan Goth. He turns Manhattan into a sword and sorcery realm.
That's cool.
So yeah.
That's a good run of X-Men.
191. Yeah. This is the first appearance of Nimrod,
Oh, okay,
the Sentinel from the future,
okay.
the pink guy. 193, the first appearance of Firestar in continuity.
Oh wow.
194, there's Nimrod on the cover. He's just beaten up the Juggernaut, and Rogue has taken all of the X-Men's powers and is fighting Nimrod.
Wow. She looks like she has Colossus's power there.
She has Colossus's power, Nightcrawler's face. Yeah, she has everybody's. She like Nimrod took everybody out, so she touches basically everybody, and she's trying to fight Nimrod. So
Wow.
196.
You've read all of these, Brian.
These are the issues like me growing up, or where I was, just totally enthralled with it. So this is Life Death Part 2, where with dealing with Storm's loss of her powers by Barry Windsor Smith.
And when does she
And
regain her powers?
she regains her powers. Gosh, when is that? It's in the early 200 issues. I'd have to look it up. But
So it took a fair amount. I mean, she lost her powers in 84, 184, and
uh-huh.
then so
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
16
So it's like
issues to gain her powers
4
back.
years she doesn't have her powers for, yeah.
That
This
sucks.
is the hot issue right now.
Yes, that's the judgment of Magneto, the trial of
Yeah.
Magneto.
The Trial of Magneto. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And this is a great issue too. Storm, without her powers, challenges Cyclops for leadership of the X-Men.
And that's the very first appearance of Baby Cable.
Baby Cable,
Cyclops.
yep, birth of Baby
Yeah.
Cable, and Storm wins. So Storm becomes the leader of the X-Men without her powers.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So how did she win without her powers?
She just hand-to-hand combat. She's really good. She gets to they have like a thing where they get to select kind of a coin flip to select the environment in the danger room where they're going to be fighting, and she gets to select like so it's like this whole thing where she's using cunning and guile and
Oh, that's
her
cool that she
her
could win with
hand-to-hand
other powers.
skills.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very cool.
Well, it's also like Cyclops after he loses to her, he's like, my heart isn't in it, and he didn't want to lead the X-Men. So,
Hi,
so
Donovan.
204.
So he does or
Here's
doesn't lead the X-Men?
No, Storm gets to lead the X-Men.
She leads it, but does the Cyclops leave then?
Yeah, he leaves with Madeline Pryor in that issue when the baby is born.
Oh wow.
So yeah, and that's when later on, a little bit later on, is when they have X Factor. So
And Madeline Pryor is the clone of
Jean Grey, yeah.
Jean Grey, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a lot of people say the first appearance of the Weapon X program that turned Wolverine
this
into.
is all Claremont's. This is all Claremont's writing. All of this stuff is.
Yeah, Claremont wrote like all the way up until the Jim Lee series started in like the early 300s. I think was when Jim Lee's adjectiveless X-Men series started, and then Marvel and Claremont had a falling out. And then Jim Lee left right after to do Image, so he didn't really help Marvel out.
What did Claremont do? Where did
No, I
Claremont
didn't do
go?
any Tremors in Ottawa. It was around New York that the Tremors
Claremont left, and he was writing some I think it was some of his own stuff. I don't know what he wrote though. I couldn't tell you. So we got a newsstand and a non-newsstand for some reason of.
Is that the Blob?
206. That is the Blob. So Mystique had a team called Freedom Force. They were the government's team of mutants to combat mutant terrorists.
Oh, that's cool.
So then you got 207, great Romita Jr. cover.
That's cool where he's ripping the cover.
Yeah. And yeah, so there's a lot of we're almost done with X-Men. Sorry guys. Another Nimrod cover. The Hellfire Club and the X-Men, and then in the middle of their battle, Nimrod shows up. And we got that one, and that one, and that one. So
very cool.
And then I've got
got
some.
Her powers back. Rogue got her powers back in. Not Rogue.
When did Storm get her powers?
Storm. We're talking about Storm.
Yeah. Yeah. And then some DC Silver Age stuff. We got the Atom.
All right.
Number 23, I think it says.
Interesting.
Yeah, nice bright colors on that one.
I never really read the Atom.
I liked it.
We got an 80-page giant Batman 176.
So, Stephen, you read both the Atom and the Ant-Man, right?
Correct.
Which did you like as a small guy getting bigger character, or people getting smaller kind of characters? Which did you like better?
Well, the Atom came first, and it was, of course, a redux of the Golden Age, but taken to a much more scientific level because of Julius Schwartz bringing science fiction in with the superhero stuff, with the dwarf star, and everything kept exploding. And so the idea of Ray Palmer, and then being able to adjust, there you go, adjust not only his size but his weight. So his weight could go up to like a 185 or 200-pound man, like a 6-foot tall guy. But if he's like a 12-inch guy, he could still weigh 220 pounds. So if he's coming in super light, then he could then increase his weight and then hit with the force of a 220-pound man as a little guy that would just knock these guys flat. I thought it was a very interesting. Also, coming through the phone, like if he would call someone, he would make himself so small, he would then hop into it, and then he would be able to transmit through. No, I
Wow.
like the Atom better. I love the Ant-Man. It's a totally different character, though. I love them
Okay.
both.
Interesting. What was this? What's this going on here?
This is Joker
The
Batman. Is this Batman Who
Joker
Laughs?
Batman. That's Batman Who Laughs. That's really weird.
Yeah. So this is 182. I wish it was the issue before.
Why?
181 would be like first Poison
Oh yeah,
Ivy,
yeah,
right?
yeah. First Poison Ivy. So wow,
Yeah.
182. That's an interesting one.
But it's yeah, it's got a Joker Batman. I was like, is that Batman Who Laughs?
Basically, if it's Joker that's Batman, that would be Batman Who Laughs. And he's laughing
um,
too, which is funny.
yeah. So this one's pretty rough, but it's got that famous.
Yeah, that's the one I was saying. Homage. It's an homage to that, and then Superman, Supergirl, as well.
Yeah.
I think that came
So
out
this is
first, didn't it?
it's the 80-page 185, Batman 185. Um,
I think that was the first one where the hero is kind of holding the sidekick, like as if when
right.
they're sort of dead looking.
I like these like
Yes.
the four different pictures. So you got a Joker cover here, another 80-page giant, 187. And this one I thought was a cool cover. Kind of bondagey.
Okay, let me see. Wait, you gotta be slow because it takes a second. And is that Wonder Girl or on the
That's
that's
Wonder Woman and Supergirl in
Brave
Brave
and
and the
Bold.
Bold. Yeah.
okay? It almost looked like Wonder Girl.
Yeah,
It's small.
it's
I'm seeing
Wonder
some of
Woman.
the film. It's Wonder Woman. Oh yeah, it's
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman. Okay, it just looked just because it was so small, I couldn't really tell. Um. Okay, and then Supergirl. I always like
She's
Supergirl.
bound on a kryptonite something or other, and Supergirl's trying to save her, but it's kryptonite. So
Yeah, so she can't do much, but it wouldn't
yeah.
affect Wonder Woman.
No, but she's like bound on there somehow,
I know she's weak when it comes to bondage. That's her one of her
right?
weird
So
weaknesses.
I thought it was a cool Brave and the Bold issue. And then some Silver Age Flash.
Okay.
Got the Gauntlet of the
What a
Supervillains.
great rogues gallery. Truly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
great
he has a
rogues
lot of
gallery
great.
cover. Yeah, I like when they show
Um,
all the rogues gallery like that, and yeah.
yeah, and then a Mirror Master one.
Okay.
Alan, have you read this one? Because stop. If you don't read this issue, his life depends on it.
Oh my goodness, I better read that right now. His
A little bit
hand
late.
look.
That's 1966.
Yeah, I guess I didn't even get a chance to read it. I because I wasn't even born. By the way, his
And
hand
then,
looked really weird there. I don't know what it was. His palm.
yeah, it's just supposed to be like that forced perspective, like right in your
Yeah,
face.
it looks really wide. Like it doesn't look
Yeah,
quite right.
and then there's that one,
Oh,
unemployed
he's
superhero.
unemployed. Oh well.
Or
Will
hire one
superhero
unemployed superhero.
will superhero for food?
Yeah, and then a Hawkman number 9.
Oh, that's cool. I always like Hawk Girl, by the way. I like covers with her.
And then House of Secrets with Eclipso.
Oh, nice. So that would be 66, 67 era.
Mm-hmm.
And then another House of Secrets with Eclipso. And Metamorpho.
Oh, cool. I'm kind of curious how they're going to play him in the live action.
And Sea Devils. I love the Sea Devils covers. They always have cool covers.
Those gray tones, the early ones that Heath did, were really good.
Yeah.
But that was
The
at a
Sea
time
Devils.
when Scuba Divers could be a comic book that people would want to buy. Can you feature that now? Not so much.
Yeah, scuba
Yeah.
diver. Who's interested in scuba divers nowadays? I mean,
And
not
a
interesting.
Superman number 192, 80-page giant.
Okay, is that like the death of Superman at the top there?
Where?
Yeah.
looks like
Oh
some
yeah,
funeral
yep.
service.
They're burying. He's green. Must have been got kryptonite poisoning. You
The
got
lot
bizarre.
will have
They
sea
got a bunch of
devils in the
bizarros
bottom.
on the bottom. I know. Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really high grade.
And then we got some Teen Titans number 5.
Okay. And what is that character?
Freeze Titans, win or lose. This is strictly Robin's fight. I have no idea. Lobster Man, he's got like some sort of like antenna bug thing
Lobster man?
going on. I don't know. He's got
Wow.
a weird
Yeah, he's
bug
got a lobster
antenna
head.
face thing.
Yeah. That's really weird.
And then number 7, Teen Titans.
Wow.
And then Wonder Woman 162, I think that says.
Yeah, it's
There's a train cover for you.
train cover. Yeah, great train cover.
One for Joe.
Yeah, Joe from
Yeah.
Black Box, you like that?
And then this is the last one. Is that her kangaroo?
Yeah,
That's
that's
Kanga,
Kanga.
yeah.
Kanga.
Yeah,
Or
she's riding a
actually,
kangaroo.
the Kanga is the type of animal, and it's Jumpa is the name of the.
Jumpa. Okay, she's riding on Jumpa. There you go.
Is that Esposito?
It probably it should be
And
around that
yeah,
time.
Andrew and Esposito. It says, yeah, Andrew and
That was the
Esposito.
team.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that cover, the
All right.
orange. That's a good one.
So that's the collection, and then I also picked up like a stack of Iron Mans for Mr. Akins this morning. So
Oh wow. Are you
we have
showing
more
those or
time
not?
later. I can show those.
Okay.
I can show them now if you want, or I can show them later.
Oh, I have no more to show personally. You're coming on Monday, so
There's 12 issues of Iron Man.
bring the Iron Man for Monday show, or can you hang out
Okay,
on
I
Monday?
will bring them on Monday, unless Mr. Akins has me ship them before then.
Okay.
We can't make you do it. He's all the way in Alabama.
Yeah, he can't touch it. He'll protect it.
His tentacles can only reach so far.
Only so far. So
I think they
yeah,
stop
so
around
I was
Phoenix.
happy with the
What?
with the collection. It was
What did
not
you?
a bad.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a pretty good collection. And
I
did
mean,
you?
on average, with the price I paid, I think I paid like $3 something a book.
Oh, okay,
So
that's.
yeah,
I think there's like a couple of books in there that almost pay for the whole collection.
yeah, like that fine
Yeah.
copy of
39.
Spider-Man 39 is like $250. So
Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, it's always I always like that when you buy like a collection and there's like 2 or 3 books that just pay for the rest and you just see them as bonus. It's always
right.
the best.
Well, and I guess I paid a little bit more than that because I gave Travis like $200 in credit towards some books of mine as a kind of a finder's fee, and then I let him keep a few of the books out of the collection for himself. So
which ones did he pick that he collected?
he wanted just some kind of not things you would think. Like he wanted an official handbook of the Marvel Universe. They had a run of that, so
Oh
he
yes,
wanted
you were saying that.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was a Fantasy Masterpieces #1, but it had Chew out of the cover in like the first 4 pages, like almost like a inch wide.
Oh
But he's
wow.
like, it's really cool. It has like a really neat like Stan Lee. He's got all these word bubbles coming out of him on the inside cover. Doesn't even have the mustache or anything. Really young Stan Lee in the inside cover. Full page thing of him.
By the way, Helen asked, do any of you feel safe sending your high value comic books to be graded?
Helene, I'm about ready to do that.
Mhm.
I have 3 books right now with Sanderson Studio, Action Comics 40, Captain Marvel 14, and All-Star Comics #4. All 3 of those are going in, and the answer is yes. I am comfortable sending them in. What you do is you insure for the value, because if they disappear, then you get the money for the value of the books that are going. And I spent a little bit more when I sent them to Kenny Sanderson. But whenever I have to send something to Alan, it's so ungodly expensive to send to Canada that
Brutal.
I was really to send it first class with full insurance. I mean, priority, 2-day, everything. It still is cheaper than just sending, 3 or 4 pounds of books or stuff up to Canada. It's
Yeah.
expensive as hell. It's
Yeah.
really it's unconscionable. Truly, it
Well,
is.
that's why I started using Stackery. It was just I was getting killed on the shipping.
They're just being they get the poor Canadians get shanked not only in the exchange rate, but the government, the mail service, they just put the screws to you over and over and over again. I really I
You
don't
know,
dig that, and they
so
probably lose money hand over fist as well anyway.
the weirdest thing
So
I
Lyle
saw.
says, yeah, I shipped Lyle, what was it, 4 or 5 books, Lyle? I sent him some books a little while ago, and it was like, was it close to $30, Lyle, to send like 4
I think it was like
books to
39 or
Canada?
$40 you had said.
What's really
Yeah,
weird is
it
like
was
to ship
crazy
from
expensive.
ship within Canada is actually more expensive than shipping to the United States.
Well, the
Doesn't
one
even
that
make
got me
sense.
was I
It was
sent
$46 to send it to Lyle in Canada,
46
46
bucks. Isn't that
bucks.
insane?
and it was like 4 books or 5 books, 4 or 5 books in a
Yeah.
$46.
Gemini mailer.
So when
Well,
we do
I
when we
sent a
do our
press
trade,
I sent AOK to Alan, and I sent an AOK to Mark
Mark in England.
Oldroyd in England, and it was cheaper and faster to send to Mark in England than it was to send to Alan in Canada. And at that time, you were still in Toronto.
Yeah, it wasn't Ottawa's not that much further, but it's yeah. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
It is a ripoff. Truly,
That's
I don't.
crazy.
People say it's a ripoff. It's a ripoff. No, this
This
is
is a
a
ripoff.
ripoff.
So yeah, so when we do our trade, Big B, what I'm going to get you to do is you can send it to my Stackery. I'll ship to you, but you
Okay,
can send it to my Stackery. That way you don't get killed on shipping. Because
I
you're
can
gonna
not get killed on shipping.
not get killed on shipping. Because if you try to ship
Yeah.
that because we have a pretty
Oh
big
yeah,
stack
no,
going,
no
it's gonna
thanks, no
be
thanks.
like probably $150 or something stupid, you know. So yeah, so
Yeah.
I live in Quebec
Uh,
across from Ottawa, but mail goes to Montreal, then back to Ottawa.
That's the other
It's so
thing too.
dumb. It's
When
like
I
so
send
dumb.
to Canada, it goes to Los Angeles.
Yeah, why?
It goes because it's the hub. So
Yeah.
Portland, here in Portland, West Slope, Portland, goes down to LA, has to get sorted and dealt with down there, and it sits there being fiddled with. And then so sending it to Stackery is a far better way to
Oh
go.
yeah.
By
Yeah.
far.
Helen, to answer your question, do graded books sell better than raw books? Yes.
Yes,
The reason being is
generally.
once you grade it, it's basically a commodity because everyone knows like a 5.0 or 6.0 or whatever the grade is, it means this value. You can look it up pretty instantly. It's very easy to figure out what the value of a book is once it's graded. When it's raw, you're not sure. Is it really that grade? It could be higher, lower, and there is that uncertainty. It could be also restored. The certainty of the slab makes people feel confident when buying. So generally what you want to find, people buy graded books, and usually you'll see that the prices of a graded book versus a raw is about 20 to 30% higher, just because the slab has that much, sway with what people would say it's worth. Okay, what were you going to say, Stephen?
I was going to say it removes the subjective nature. If some
Yeah.
guy says it's a fine book, when you get it and it's like a VG minus, you say this is not a fine book. Yeah, it is. So then you'd have guys
There's no
the
argument.
early it removes that because a 5.0 slab CGC slab in Florida is the same as it is in Seattle, Washington, is the same that it is in San Jose, California, or anywhere in the world. So if you have it sent to you, you know you're going to get a 5.0 and it's verified and it's protected. Inside the case, it has UV protection with the inner sleeve. It makes it so that the book can be presented. I mean, can actually be displayed properly, like what Alan has right behind him.
Mm.
And And what it does is it was what Alan says, it quantifies the book by a third party a disinterested third party. And that way then the subjective nature, and it is commodified, and that is why, just an adjunct to this, that's why all these pulps now that are being slabbed, that whole commodification situation is turning the whole pulp market exactly what it did with the comic book market so many years ago.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, okay.
So yeah,
So
I think we're starting to see that with so the 9.8 market now. People are starting to really closely examine the high grade 9.8s and see if they're going to be books that they want to
9.9s.
submit for 9.9 pre-screen. So we're seeing
Yeah.
crazy
So
prices paid for some of the
you,
9.8s that are
you
really
know
high
what I
grade.
think this is kind of a dangerous situation that CGC has created by kind of creating this idea of the 9.9 concept,
Mm.
where really there was 9.9s before, but now it's even more so that people can get pre-screening and go for that 9.9.
If it wasn't
What
a
it's gonna
9.9,
it's
if it wasn't a 9.9 before,
before,
why
yeah,
is it a 9.9
9
now?
now. Well,
Because they admitted that they didn't pay not close enough attention, which is awful. That they didn't
yeah,
pay.
pay close enough
so
attention to
Pardon
that's
my
one
9.8.
French.
thing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And
Yeah,
what's going to happen is
because
it's
they
going to
weren't.
kill
It
the
wasn't a
market.
priority, but now it is because they can make more money with people resubmitting the 9.8s.
Yes.
So,
But what I see is it's going
and
to kill the 9.8 market, because it used to be that you could say, okay, with a bit of confidence, not 100%, there was always still the elusive 10.0 or 9.9 out there. But
it's
usually,
gonna. So
just
I
quickly,
think
I'll just finish what I'm saying.
the questionable 9.8s, it's gonna hurt those. But the true, like, really
No, no,
gem
no,
looking 9.8s,
no,
those are
that's
gonna
not
be
my point.
crazy.
Yeah, well, maybe, but my point is that what's going to happen is it used to be that the 9.8 really represented the top of the market, and you would say, okay, the 9.8 grade,
Right.
that's it, that's the top of the market. You know, maybe there's a like random 10.0 or whatever out there, but really rare. That was like insane. But now
Yeah,
what's
no,
going to happen is
I think it's gonna
nine eight is not
they're
going to be
cutting their
the
nose off to
standard
spite their
anymore.
face because they're being greedy,
Yeah.
because they want to
So
get more money from people resubmitting 9.8s. But
what's going to happen is
Gentlemen,
9.8s are going to be treated like 9.6s now. It's going
gentlemen,
to be that.
can I just say this? That 9.8s are basically modern books. There aren't a lot of early
Oh yeah.
9.8 books.
This doesn't
So
impact the older stuff.
if a newer book is a 9.9 rather than a 9.8, if someone's going to pay the Earth, Moon, and the Stars for a 9.9 of a modern book, I think they've got rocks in their heads. If
no,
they're buying the label, and they're going that far. As far as what I collect, it is really, as it is a specious argument. It doesn't really affect me at all. The only 9.8s I have are modern Good Girl slabs that I have. And oh, I wish they were 9.9s. No, I don't. 9.8's a beautiful book. What do I care?
So
That's my
yeah,
feeling.
for me,
there's
I was only buying 9.8s if it was the case that it was basically the same price. There wasn't really that much of a buyer's premium for that 9.8. If it was a more expensive book, I would actually go for the 9.4s, because like usually
yeah.
you're getting it at a fourth of the price, maybe even a fifth of the price.
So that's the thing though. I think that, like, so you're absolutely right, Stephen, about the modern books, but they're the 9.8s of like Bronze Age and Copper Age and Silver Age books that people are going to
There are
start
not
looking
very
at it
many
with like
of
a
those. There's just a small
but people
percentage
are
that
going to
are good.
start looking at those with a jeweler's loop, basically kind of trying to look and see, is this going to be a 9.9 candidate? And those
I don't have
books are going to,
the highest I go on bronze is 9.6. That's as high as I go. I only have one
right.
9.8 bronze, and that's the first saber tooth. That's the only 9.8 of the bronze that I have. All the rest
Yeah.
of them are generally
That's why
9.6.
I'm saying going for that 9.6 or 9.4. Usually that's the sweet spot. It looks
9.6 is
just
my
as
sweet spot.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks just as good as a 9.8. You can't, you know, probably on any other day it would have been a 9.8. That's the way I see it.
The
So
9.8 is hanging way out there, and it will profit the best and it will lose the most. The
yes,
9.6 won't go up as high, but it won't go down as far.
Yeah.
So,
For
and
people who
you
are
have a
collecting
book.
like 8.0s or those kind of grade, they're not. It's not going to hurt them. But people who were heavily invested in high grade 9.8s and
That's
that
my
kind of stuff is
point.
going
That
to
was
hurt
the
them.
point that
They're
I was
going to
trying to
get
make.
shot in the rear end.
Yeah,
They're
it's
going
going
to
to
end up
destroy the
getting
Yeah.
market.
shot in the rear end.
It's good. Like one of the channels that both you and I, Stephen, would watch was the guy from Montreal, I believe. You know, where he was the 9.8 collector. His whole thing was collecting 9.8 comics. Well,
Oh
all of a
yes,
sudden,
9.8. Yes. Hmm.
yeah, all of a sudden, his whole entire collection is suspect
That's
because
correct.
now that isn't the top of the census. You're not buying that top of the census thing anymore. There's potentially going to be a whole slew of comics that are going to be above that. And if you
I
look
And
at
feel
like,
that's
badly. I feel badly for him because he was doing really well, and then something happened, and he left, and then he came back
mhm,
a little bit. And now he's gone again. So, Lafleur or Lafleur,
yeah,
I think,
something like that. Yeah,
nice guy, really
yeah,
nice man. I really enjoyed his enthusiasm was great, but for him especially, a 9.8 collector of more modern books, this is a dagger right in the throat.
yeah. I see this as really bad.
it is, and I mean, it can be, but if he has a lot of books that are those true like gem books that could be resubmitted for a 9.9, like Automatic Comics is saying that the multiplier on a 9.9 compared to a 9.8 is 20 times
Yeah,
I just
the
think that's
value.
I think that what this
insane.
is for the people that are sweaty about having that, they are their own worst enemies chasing after for the 9.9s. Frankly, I have a few
Yes,
9.9s, I have a few 10s, but
I have a few
they
tens too.
I don't live and die for 9.9s or 10s.
Hmm.
But I have a few, but it was sort of by happenstance that the first Batwang, the black label DC, I've got a
oh
10.
right, right.
A
Yeah, I
lot of
mean, but
those
there
are
are a
in
lot of
tens.
10s. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll have to send my Harley Quinn, Alex Ross 9.9 in and see if I can get a full, I already have a 9.9 of that. Maybe I get a 10, Come on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the premium on those 9.9s and tens, as you said, 20 times for a 9.9. It's even higher for a 10.0. I mean, it's just like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
50
So
times or
that's what I'm
something
saying.
crazy.
I think we're going to see a lot of people really closely examining those 9.8s. Is all I'm saying.
I
That's the extent of what I was trying to say.
Well, yeah, I mean, but the thing is, here's what's going to happen. It's going to destroy the high end market because what it happens, like, it used to be like, okay, you'd have some book, there'd be like 1,000 9.8s, something crazy like that, maybe two or three 9.9s. This is more modern books we're talking about, and then one 10.0. There'd be just like
Right,
one. And now, if people can pre-screen and then there's like 40 9.9s and
right,
10
right. Then
It'll
that,
kill the
10.0s,
and
value of everything.
it kills everything. It's like all of a
that's
sudden it's
what
like,
Ryan is saying. Automatic Comics is saying. So
yeah,
Lyle, what they're saying though, Lyle's saying don't resubmit. You might get a 9.6. And Polly, yeah, I would closely examine the books that you have that are 9.8s. But
well,
they're not going to crack them out of the slabs. They're going to look at them in the slab as they are and examine if they are a 9.9 candidate. So they're
yeah,
not going to, if you submit a 9.8, it's not going to get a lower grade. It's going to get pre-screened to see if it could be a 9.9.
What do they
yeah,
charge for this?
probably
They
15.
haven't announced it yet.
It's probably
If
like
it's a
15
percentage of
bucks.
the value of the book, this is
No,
going to
no,
be a kick in the eye.
no, no, no. Usually the way it works, Stephen, is for pre-screening, they charge $15 for the pre-screen, something like that. It's like 10, fifteen
Yeah,
dollars And then if they think that it is then they do another fee on the grading, and yes, then it is a percentage, and it will
yeah.
be
So
very expensive.
there is a conflict of interest there too, where they're going to make more money if they make it a 9.9,
Yeah.
they're going
So
to make more
Travis is
I,
money.
saying 15. I thought it was like 10 to 15. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um. So yeah. So it just seems like it's gonna be like it's
it's
gonna be a
crazy. I just the whole
it's
concept
gonna
is crazy. So
slaughter
yeah,
the high end market.
yeah.
It's really scary.
I am very glad that I am not affected by this because my collecting area and interest is Golden Age, Atomic Age, and early code. Basically, I have my bronze books, but none of them are 9.9s. I mean, like I said, I have one 9.8, which is the first Sabretooth. That's the only one I have, but I have 9.6s. I have 9.4s and 9.2s and at least, you know, and a 9.0. And they are what they are. They're going to stay where they are. I'm not going to mess with it. They'll go up, they'll go down, and that's what it'll be. But I'm not going to do the hokey pokey and try to do that. And for the guys that go in for that and want that, I say more power to them. But for me personally, you know, if I can get a 6.0 of the books I'm chasing after, I feel like I hit a home run.
Yeah, I mean, for
Yeah.
me, like, you know, I'm really happy with my
Yeah.
2.0s and my 1.5s.
Like
And
silver and golden age for the most part aren't going to really be super affected by this. Paulie's got some great comments there. He
oh
says
yeah,
he
okay,
has a
wait.
golden
There's
age.
a couple. Wait. There's a couple.
Yeah.
Okay, so Travis first. I think the real problem is the set of false standard. This is kind of like the card market where it's the gem mint versions.
Mhm.
And then we got how many people are going to crack a 9.8? As I said, here's the thing with the way that they're going to pre-screen it, and they've actually kind of hinted at exactly the method that they're going to use. They released CGC, actually, if you go to the CGC's YouTube channel, they did a really great video where they show the pre-screening method for the 9.9s. And
Which
really
was
which was
horseshit.
really, well, there was a lot of people that really got upset about it, but I actually enjoyed it
They never
myself.
cracked the book.
Well, okay,
They didn't even look inside the book.
Okay, listen, it's a pre-screen. So they're just looking for, first thing that they're going to look at is the four corners. Okay. And if those four corners have even the slightest like raggedness, or like, I mean, we're talking with a
I
microscope,
watched it.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, I
So the
watched it.
point is, that's when you're looking at your 9.8s to see whether they should get pre-screened or sent in, just look at the corners. If any of the corners have even the slightest like whiteness showing,
Right.
don't bother.
Right.
Don't bother at all.
Right.
Because that's the first thing that they're
Right.
going to look at.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That there's going to be
So
books
that's
you can
really all the
automatically
pre-screen
rule out.
is. The
Yeah.
pre-screen is that, and then look along the edge. If the edge is like got no whiteness on it, like where it's like that little bit of like fraying or whatever, you know, like it's kind of standard stuff on a comic, then probably you should, you know, send it in for a pre-screen. They're not going to crack it out of the slab until they decide that, oh yes, maybe this is actually a candidate. They'll still ding you the $15.
So if they don't, then if it doesn't make the 9.9, do they make it a 9.8 again and send it back to you?
No, they just
Yeah, they're
leave it
never
in the
going to. They're not going
slab
to even take it out of the slab. They're just going to look at it in the slab and
and then
examine it
say, yeah,
to say if it's a 9.9 candidate.
yeah,
And
and if it's a
then,
Oh,
9.9
no,
candidate,
wait, whoa. So they look at the 9.8 to see if it's a candidate. They crack the
Mhm.
thing out because it's a candidate, and they
yes,
find something wrong inside. Do they put
then it
it
should go
back
back to
in?
being a 9.8.
Do they
Yeah, it'll
put
be
it
a
back
9.8
as a
again.
9.8 and put it back
yeah,
in a slab and then send it back?
yes,
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Yeah,
And
Yeah.
then whatever the fee is for that, for your roll
Right.
of the dice, right?
yes,
Yeah.
So guys are going to send in 20, 30, 40, 50 books, whatever, 10, 100 books, all this other stuff, and clog the CGC for people that are gold digging.
yep. Well, I mean,
That's basically what
there's
happens
always
anyway.
been there's always been this thing where people, if you get a 9.6, you resubmit, you know, crack it and resubmit. And there's always been
Right,
that
but
where,
if that's a book, if it's a book that's constantly getting a 9.6 and 1 out of 10 times it gets a 9.8, that's not going to be a candidate for 9.9.
oh,
No.
Like
I'm not saying that.
Paulie's
But
talking about, he has a Batman Adventures 12 that he's surprised it has dents and such that you can see when you hold it to the light. That's not
Well,
one you
you're
would
going to have
want
to
to
look
submit
that
for the
Batman Adventures.
9.9.
You're going to have to look that Batman Adventures 12 over very carefully, Brian.
I'll bring it over,
Yeah,
Stephen. We can
exactly.
take the jeweler's
No,
loop at
I
it.
don't want to ever see it again.
No, it turns out it's actually a 10.0. It's like worth $1 million. So yeah, but
I would be happy if it was for you.
yeah.
If this is at all intriguing to any of you guys, I would suggest you watch Automatic's last few videos on it. They've been very interesting. He had a comparison of the 9.9 giant size that just got graded, and he compared it to the same person submitted another giant size that got a 9.8 in the same batch, and he compares
Okay.
them, and he's like, actually the 9.8 looks better than the one they gave the 9.9 to.
This is a problem. This is
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
wish
it
they would.
is
I
splitting hairs at
really
this
wish they
point, right?
wouldn't do this. They've done some good things. This is not one of them.
This is a mistake.
Yeah.
Uh, and the other big news with CGC is obviously the signing thing.
I think that's great. That's a dagger into CBCS, though.
Oh, the
yes,
autograph verification. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. So
But
the other thing from the other quote from Paulie I thought was interesting is he says he has a 1942 book that is a 9.8.
oh wow, where is? I didn't see that. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I didn't see that comment. That's
What
really
is
cool,
it?
Paulie.
Yeah,
What
Paulie,
is
what
the
book is it
book?
that you have
What
that's a
is it?
9.8? That's awesome.
Ready Kilowatt and Hydroelectric Dam.
But yeah, no, there's just some interesting stuff going on right now with that. I just thought it was kind of interesting. Obviously, it was we were all very passionate about our discussion about it. So
Yeah. Well, it's at least a market that I'm not too heavily invested in. But if I
yeah,
were, I'd be so freaked out. Like I think it's
so
I
something.
don't. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go
people
ahead.
like very number centric people like Ryan and Automatic. He's looking at things like, okay, there's 400 9/8 of this, but there's not a single 9/9 or 10. He's like, this is the book that you should be looking at 9/8,
Of
because
course.
it has potential for a high dollar value.
Probably it
So
was
a lot of
Walt
these
Disney
things.
Comics and Stories number 17.
Okay, very cool though. Awesome to have a 9/8 in that.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
A rarity.
Yeah,
yeah, very cool.
I mean especially Disney books
So,
didn't.
So,
So
do
yeah,
we
I think
show
there's going to be
comics?
a
Do
lot
we
of
show
people.
comics in this show, or do we just talk our eyes out?
well, we're okay. So all of this, by the way,
Yeah,
the
you
whole.
had some more stuff to show, didn't you,
Well,
Steppo? I'm
wait.
sorry.
I
That's
gotta.
all
Did you
right.
were
It's
anything?
not.
I was
It's
building
it's
it.
not worth
No.
looking at. I'll
I'm
see it.
building it
Bye.
up. Wait. Okay. So the whole purpose of this is to build up the finale. You're the finale. You're gonna get like the fireworks or what? How do we get the fireworks, Brian? How do we get that going again?
Fireworks was peace signs
Oh,
for
peace
you.
signs.
Yeah, I think it was peace signs. This way.
I'll settle for hearts. Settle. Give it the other.
Peace signs like this.
Peace signs.
Like a
Maybe
W.
it's not working anymore.
Doesn't like the heart did.
There
We
it is.
go.
There it
Confetti.
is.
That was confetti.
That was
Oh
confetti
well.
with the peace signs.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay,
like this one, isn't it? With like the.
was it
The
that one?
horns. The horns.
Rockstar.
Oh
That's
wow.
laser light show.
Laser
Yeah,
light
that's a laser
show.
light show. Yeah.
Oh, that's even cooler.
Hey, Alan, you better be careful because if you do your fingers a certain way, you might get it. Okay, anyway,
Okay, let's finale time.
here is the book that we were talking about that you would consider as far as a cool thing. And this is the earliest one because it
That's so
has
cool.
it has the little old lady in
Little
the
woman in
shoe
suit.
in the back.
Yeah, that's how you tell.
And but this one I think was in some, I don't know if it was in some kind of a case or something, because it is sealed in this mylar. It is completely sealed on all four
Oh
corners,
wow.
so I can't really pull it out. I have the later ones that I could actually do that, but this one was just at hand just to show you. But this is from 1909.
And
So
it
this
looks
would be
your
Edwardian.
copy's quite nice too. Looks quite nice.
Isn't that in this vest? You know, the quality of the printing in 1909.
Yeah.
I mean, like, wow. I mean, that, so when Alan and I were looking at these things, we go, wait, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, they're awesome.
And who had this? Madeline Johnston had this.
Oh, I know her.
In 19 no, you don't, because she was in 1909. And she was
She's
long since
a bit
gone
dead now.
before you were even a glimmer, my friend.
Well, you forget I'm a time traveler.
That's right.
Okay.
One of the titles that Alan collects, but also that I happen to have also collected, Episodically, these books will show up, and in a favorable way, and this is one of them. It is Space Detective #3 from Avon from February of 1952. It has a severed head panel, although it's not on the cover, and it's an Everett Raymond Kinsler cover.
Oh, very nice.
Very cool.
And this is the nicest 4/5 I have ever seen.
I always thought that was a Wally Wood cover though, but it's Kinsler. That's really weird. It's a really great cover though.
It's like Sinestro.
That's what I was.
said.
I was
That's what we
just
said.
going to say that.
That's what we were saying. Looks like Sinestro.
Yeah. Wonder if that's the inspiration.
It should be. It's like it really looks like him.
Sea nymphs of Neptune, the mole woman of Jupiter, and the pearl ship of death.
By the way, guys, Travis, the guy in the chat, Travis Vick, is the guy that helped me get this collection. So thank you, Travis.
Thank you, Travis.
Yeah. Alan and Steppo both laid claims to some books in there. So there we go.
The robot dinosaur underwater monster chasing the girl. I mean, it's got everything except recipes for bread, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or a song. This one I have looked for a long time, and it always was damaged or way too expensive. And it's one of the coolest covers. It's a painted cover, and it's a Kelly Freas cover, Freas, painted cover, again from Avon. And it is Witchcraft #5 from December of 52 into January of 53. And it is an amazing book.
And that's really high grade for that book, actually. Wow.
The colors on this.
You always have the coolest books.
Thank you.
That's one I've been hunting for a long time.
Me too.
I love the colors on that one.
This has off-white pages, which for Avon is quite a thing.
And it's a really cool cover. I mean, she's running through like a field of dead
skeletons.
Yeah, can you zoom in on that, Stephen?
I'm doing my best.
Okay. Yeah, it's so cool. I really love the colors. The greens and everything in there, just amazing.
That's probably one of the biggest books from the Witchcraft. There's a skull cover as well that's big, but
I don't think it's a patch on this.
Yeah, I love this one. This one.
I'm not. I mean, this has got skulls too, but the frail with the specter coming in to take her.
Yeah, it's really great.
And it's got a purple, like half of the top half of his face is purple and then green with the long claws and everything, and the specter hood. And
another woman in red dress.
It begs the question. Yeah, I said, what in the hell is she doing there? I mean, if she going, I'll just go through here. It's a shortcut to the store. What?
Oh, what are all these bones doing here?
What's them bones going on here? Well, I'll just go anyway. It won't be bad. Nothing bad will happen. But isn't this? I am truly thrilled to have this copy.
Oh, it's a great one.
I really am. I'm. When I saw it, and it was not a.
Maybe she's an archaeologist.
She's an archaeologist. Lyle, you have a very good mind, a clean thinking man. Why you hang out with us? I don't know.
Yeah.
She was chasing after her dog, who was going to get the bone.
I was trying to find my dog, and he ran away. And on the back, it's got it is Uncle Bernie's Fun Shop. Okay, Fun Shop. Buy now at our low prices. Novelty Mart. Remember, there's not enough time to say market. You have to say mart. Department CG9, and this is in New York, 3 New York. And it's these wonderful prizes. You have the top one is a little bandit. You have a little slot machine. You have a creepy Charlie McCarthy doll that sits in the corner like this. And then you have the little girl who wets,
Betty
and then
Wetsuit.
a Mr. Peanut vendor. I kind of like the Mr. Peanut though. And then what's this? Fish bowl, mystery fish bowl. Amazing.
So Helene had a really good question.
Yeah, I was just gonna put that up. How valuable are the stories in the comic books to you guys?
The stories are priceless to me. Like I was telling you about the stories in those X-Men books that I grew up with reading, and like they're a part of me, you know. So yeah, I think that a lot of the Golden Age stuff people collect for cover buy or that kind of stuff a lot of times. But they may well have read them and enjoyed them back in the day, and now they're wanting to preserve a nice copy to keep those memories that are part of them safe and sound in their collection.
Yeah.
Safe and secure from all alarm.
That's my thought.
She is a doll.
That's a great one.
So anyway, that is. I am very, very happy. These two, the Space Detective and this will give you, both of these are Avon. That'll give you some idea where I was going through, and I had to get all the way down to S and W before I found these.
I can't believe you found that on there. I that's a great book.
Where did you find them at?
When I was at I would put in Avon as the comic publisher, and it shows it shows every Avon book, and then if you hit the little button that says in stock, you click on that, and then it shows you everything that they have in each title, the books that they have of that title from and that are for sale.
Very cool.
I have two more.
Okay.
Should do that with Ace. I like the Ace books a lot. Stephen, are you unboxing these, or are they were just packed away?
This here is an unboxing, friend. I told you.
All right.
I'm unboxing them. I knew what they were because there's a little yellow tag that tells you what they are, but I didn't want to take them actually out and show you until I was here with you.
Oh, that was from Ding.
Yes, these are all from Ding.
This one has been very elusive and difficult to get, and too expensive, and always too expensive. And then this one arrived, and this is also another one of these brand new slabs that has this. These are all brand new slabs. Oh, nice. So what I'm getting is the newest with stringent grading, so to speak.
Tamper resistant.
And here it is.
Beautiful.
Batman number 84, which is a great classic Catwoman cover. Look at the colors on her costume.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful book.
And then they have the cat, of course, with the arched back, and they have all the beauties in the sleeping beauties of Gotham City.
That's a really great one.
Isn't that a honey?
Really cool. It's a nice book. Beautiful stuff, Ben.
And this will surprise you, but Wilson Chemical got on the back cover of this too.
Whoa.
They're everywhere.
And there's the container of Cloverine salve.
Why Cloverine salve? It's the weirdest thing.
That's the chemical that the Joker fell into.
It's salve.
It seems like it.
It's salve. And who are the kids this time? Hello, Bob. Have you found that undersea treasure? Heck no, there's no treasure down here. Wait. Do you know what you can get with this with Cloverine salve? What? A live pony.
Wow. So you just have to sell it to everybody in your neighborhood, and then you can get a pony?
And you can also fertilize your garden. No extra cost.
Oh, wow. So how do they ship a pony to you?
very carefully.
I've seen some crazy stuff. They said they used to be able to ship babies through the mail.
Oh,
So,
really?
yep.
22. Here we have 22 caliber rifles right underneath an accordion.
Wow.
Wristwatches. Says, what are you wasting your time down there for? Look at my new treasures. He's got a new bike and a fishing rod. Gosh, Sam, where did you get them? What Sam told them. And with each box of this white Cloverine brand salve, we give you a beautiful art picture. Fine, I'll take 2 boxes, Sam. There's
Wow.
the sales pitch right there.
So you
There it
know,
And then
is. There it
you know what
is.
to say. You know
he
what to
says,
say.
boy, all those swell premiums as easy as that? Hurry, let's send in our coupons right away. That's right, kids. It's as easy as falling off a log. Act fast. He's got a camera and a swim mask and a flashlight. Cloverine brand salve, easily sold to friends, neighbors, and relatives at 35 cents a box with picture. Alarm clocks, aluminum ware, billfolds, Bibles. Now, how do you like that? They actually, you could get a Bible
You could
for,
cash in and get a
and
Bible. There you go.
this is in 19 June of 54, Alan. So this is just before the code. This is the last gasp.
So did you sell
Crazy.
Cloverine salve when you were a kid, or is that how you
I
made your
never knew
fortune?
what it was. I called it salve. I said, "Who's salve? What's Cloverine?" He says,
I
and
don't
of
know
course,
what Cloverine salve is actually.
my
All
father,
I know is it's an ointment. That's all I can.
it's an unguent of some sort. My father said, I said, Dad, what is Cloverine salve? And whenever my father wouldn't know what it was, he'd always say, well, Stephen, I would tell you, but you're much too young to
But
understand what
what's the
Cloverine.
Cloverine part? Is it made from clover or what is it?
Um, I think that's a Google, and I almost want to go on. I'm going to go on eBay and get me a Bible, a gun, and a horse. There you go. And all you have to do is harass all of your friends and relatives to buy cans of this crap that you smear on yourself. God knows what, it turned you into the Joker or whatever it does.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Wow.
have to get me a tin of Cloverine salve.
Yeah. I imagine it's got to be on eBay. I imagine there's somebody out there that saved one of these
You
original
guys,
Cloverine
it's still
salves.
around.
Really?
You can buy it on Amazon.
Oh my
Cloverine
goodness.
salve?
Yep.
Wow.
What does it do? What's it for?
All-purpose herbal healing salve with a range of herbs to support skin health.
Okay.
You can buy it on Walmart. You can buy it on Amazon. That's crazy.
And do you still get a pony?
Yes. Yes, you do, Alan. Absolutely.
I want my
It
pony.
alleviates. It says it alleviates sores, chapped hands, face and lips, and stops the itch of dry, rough skin.
Wow.
Eases the pain of minor burns, scalds, sunburns, and windburn.
Fixes dropsy, milk, whatever is it? What is it? Drip leg or whatever it is. Scurvy.
Fixes scurvy.
Just rub this on your skin, and you too will be Brad Pitt.
Rub this goo into your skin for 6 days, taking time out for meals, of course. You too will notice the difference.
Matt wants to know what the heck is dropsy.
What's dropsy?
It's all this screwy stuff they had like in the 20s and 30s. There's a milk one too. Something. Then there's like sloth foot or something like that. All these weird maladies. And this is the big one. I saved the best for last.
Get ready for the big one. We need a ding.
Ding away.
I don't know. There it is.
One of my favorite artists is Alex Schomburg. One of my favorite time periods is the Second World War. One of my favorite styles is propaganda covers. And one of my favorite characters or companies is Timely, along with Standard Need Or and Fiction House. and then of course DC. But Standard Needor and Timely were the ones that had Mr. Schomburg, and Alex did, among others. This one is from July of 1943. It features an Alex Schomburg cover, interior art by Sid Shores and Vince Alacia, and it has a Human Torch backup story. Dropsy, water retention, yes, of course. There's a bit of dropsy. Put the cream on to get rid of dropsy. And this one is, this slab also is a brand new slab. Has
Wow.
that same thing. This is also a brand new slab,
That's interesting.
which indicates that
Weird that all those books that you're getting all have brand new.
which indicates that all of these were just done.
Yeah,
Recently
it
done,
seems
yeah.
strange.
All of these were just done, and they're absolutely breathtaking. It's Captain America, number 28.
Yeah, it's a great
Oh
one.
my goodness.
I always think it's interesting. It's like a 1,000-pound press, and it's not like that's really necessary.
5,000, please.
5,000. I can't see.
The Ghoul spent good money for that 5,000 pounds. He had to have the sign made. It says 5,000 pounds pressure. With
Yeah.
all of that, and Bucky is bound by straps, by metal pieces down, and he's going to be perforated to death. The swastika, and then you have these guys up here throwing a red-tipped spear right at Cap. You've got the Nazi flag with the pink background for the swastika. You got a machine gun coming in from out of the side of the which is classic Schomburg, out of the wall. Guys below shooting at him. And here is Cap all the way across. Look at the body posture that Schomburg put him in.
That's great.
Look at how much, the amount of detail and action that he put into this cover. And then of course the chain coming from the top upper right of the cover to come down to as he swings in, which is a ball and chain, which is a mace, actually. So I think this it has the Nazi stuff, and he's about ready to push the red buttons on his thing here. The lever, he's activating the lever to drop this 5,000 pounds onto Bucky.
Like the
They're just trying to cure.
It's sort of
They're just trying to. They're trying to cure Bucky of dropsy.
Yeah,
they'll have no more water retention.
Actually, I think it would cure him of dropsy because he'd be completely cured.
No water retention.
This is not the acupuncture. We've never had a single complaint.
No.
Klaus, there is the acupuncture. Yeah, it's over here, 5,000 pounds. We must find the Fräuleins, yeah? So anyway, so just to recap, here we go. Here is the Cap. And I can get a wonderful desk kit. It has everything. Give him desk kit. DES-KIT. Desk kit. Wow. Soldier, sailor, desk kit has everything. What does it have? He will write often, as if. I don't believe it. I think the words there would be Droppensee. Droppensee is the weight for the acupuncture. Yes, this was one of the things we made in the war. I was making cuckoo clocks and chocolates for the children, and they made me do this. That's the Swiss for you. Here's the Catwoman. This is probably one of the best unboxings I've had for a while. Here's the witchcraft.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
The Captain. That one ties with the.
It's just
ties with the Captain America.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I'm really truly this one I've seen. I've viewed this and wanted it from afar for too long.
Very nice book.
And then of course we have Sinestro. Everything looks gonna be just fine. I just want to talk to the girl for a second. She's going, "Ooh, you're so terrible. How come I'm naked with everything hanging out, and my boyfriend has a complete suit with a bubble helmet and oxygen and protective gear, and I'm naked? How come?"
I think
She
that's how it
doesn't need
works.
any oxygen. What's going on there? Yeah.
No, if you wear one of those sexy dresses, it's like a suit in itself. You don't need it. You
That's
don't
right,
need it.
Alan.
That's
It's
how it
right.
works. That's science, man. Science.
I think that all of the artists went to the same school of female space uniforms.
Exploration, yes.
Space attire.
Exploration comes later, Alan.
if you're a good boy, yes.
Would you like to do the exploration now, or should we wait for the monster? I think we should wait for the monster. Okay. Then comes the black cat. This bag is really, really dark. See these bags?
It's terrible.
The murky 5,000 bags they give you. This will be in a Mylar in a minute. And is this one too? By God, this is one too.
Wow.
This is a brand new slab as well. So
brand new slabs.
Are you sure
these
that
books are done?
Some of my slabs have that little extra little thingy.
That's the newest. That was Ryan at Automatic was talking about. That's the newest incarnation.
Is it only on the? Is it on both sides, or is it just?
No, just on the one side. The other side is perfectly smooth.
Okay, so I have a book here that has that.
I have a book right here. Its name is Paul Revere, and the guy that says that the weather's clear can do. Here is Milai the Model, and this is a new one too.
I'm not sure when they started doing that because
well, it's all of these the acrylic that they have for the outer case is absolutely beautifully clear. I mean, look.
They got rid of the Newton rings problem, huh?
Yeah, I haven't seen a single Newton ring in here. Now watch the next one. I guess going to have.
Yeah, it's all Newton rings.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Jinx. So there's that. And then the last that I showed you is Reggie.
That one's a nice one too.
Und the Pep.
Very cool.
And I have saved at the request of the Führer, whose name is Comic Collector Geek Führer, Alan. See, comic that I have to save for Monday because I actually had some other stuff that came that I wanted to save. So there would be, and so there's some other highlights coming there, and I have a couple that might be coming in over the weekend. Nice. And then I will just show the big piece here for the Superman of America. But I just
that whole collection of the pins and stuff is so cool.
Yeah. But I have Mr. Cost's entire childhood. And because it was some kids, I mean this is his childhood right here from 53, earlier than 53. Right. He's an older guy than I am because in 53 that was my debut was in 53. But he was winning Duncan Yo-Yo competitions in 53, and he has the patch. And I've never seen a Duncan Yo-Yo patch before. Have you?
Me either.
I've never seen anything. I've seen these sets before, but they've always been so much more expensive to get. But I just think that I don't think it was listed correctly to get the most eyeballs on it. And thank goodness for me, because I thought someone's going to come in at the last minute and put umpteen $100 on it to get it. No one did.
Yeah. Sometimes you find these weird things that are just like steals, total steals on eBay.
I didn't know that they put this in envelope form so that if you left your code, why would you leave your code anywhere? Leave your if you leave your Superman code, you can have it sent back to you. It's like drop this key in any mailbox and we'll send it back to the hotel. That's how
Mhm.
we used to have it. There on the
Yeah.
back of the thing there was a stamp, prepaid
Yeah.
postage, and we would get the mail every week. They would bring us this big bag full of keys. People that they said drop in any mailbox. Can you feature doing anything like that now? Then with metal keys. Now, of course, it's
Mhm.
all electronic cards. But in the old days, people would just send them back. It wasn't like I can
Yeah, it's
now
cool.
rob room 332 or whatever it is. They would just say, "Oh, I forgot, put it in." The mail would bring it all back. No one would have any problem. Again,
Different times.
I really show my age as far as the times in which I grew up and the times in which I was in business. That these sorts of things were like that.
Latour asked, how much does the millie go for?
What did the Millie go for? I will tell you momentarily. Millie's
I think it was
80.
a couple $100 or something.
I think it was just a sec here. I will check and I will tell. I think it might have been
It's pretty high grade though, so
it's an
might be more.
8, so I think it might have been 500. Let me check.
Speaking of the drop in any mailbox thing, they used to have it where if you found somebody's wallet, you just drop it in the mailbox and they'd mail it back to them.
This
Yeah.
is true because the identification would be right there. That was a little bit more problematic, however, because my guess would be that the wallet may have been found with something in it, but when it came back to the owner, but that was before credit cards to a large degree too. Maybe an American Express card.
Hmm.
Let me see here. View account.
I think when I was like 12 years old, I found a wallet that had like $500 in it on top of an arcade machine.
Oh
And
wow.
Wow.
I returned it to the guy and he didn't give me a reward. I returned it with the
No,
money.
so sad. So sad.
This was $500. The Millie was 500.
Yeah, I could have bought a millie with it.
You could have bought that millie.
But I think this is one of the highest graded, most beautiful Millie the Model
Oh, it's a
covers
really nice cover.
I've
It's a great
ever
cover.
seen, really.
Yeah.
And it's a code, and for that amount of leg with a code book, that's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny how certain things get to pass the code. I don't quite get it, but
Like you said, they had their crosshairs on certain things. They weren't looking at romance books or
yeah, yeah.
that
Or
kind
Well,
of
the
stuff.
romance books got away with absolute murder compared to the
yeah.
superhero books, and the mothers said the superhero books were terrible and violent and vile and terrible, and here are these gals are in the bushes and they're smoking and they're going to the parties and drinking and staying out late, and the boyfriend's trying to get his hands in her pants and everything like that, and that's okay. And my jilted love, and I had to leave town and all this stuff. And yet if
Mm.
they say if they have Lois Lane whipping Superman who
Superman.
wouldn't feel it, they have to have her whipping a dummy.
Right.
Yeah, it's really weird.
And I
Susie
wish they
says
quit calling
that your Reggie
Superman a
book.
dummy. I wish they quit calling Superman a dummy. I'm sorry.
Susie says your Reggie book looks like her body is on backwards.
Yeah, she's a bit twisted looking.
This is a special, that's one of the special optical delusions of that Reggie comic.
We call them optional delusions.
And that's one of the things too, is not only that, but she had a trick pelvis too. That's how she could twist like that.
Elvis. Wow. Sounds like you'd be very popular.
She's a
Yeah, Trick
twisted sister.
Belvis.
She's not looking backwards. She's just turning her head, looking
It
over her
looks like
shoulder.
her front is her back. That's the problem. Like her butt looks like her butt's on the front, strangely.
Yeah, it's kind of oddly drawn, but
Can you get to turn it just slightly? It's reflecting. Yeah, right there. It's kind of like a little weird.
so
No extra charge for this.
those are our breasts facing towards us, right?
That's correct.
Yes.
Actually,
Okay.
it looks like that's her back.
That's her breasts are right on the front.
No, because look at her arm. Look at her arm. She's actually looking
Are
over her
girls
shoulder.
different? are girls different in Canada?
It's
Aren't the
weird
boobs
though.
on the front in girls in Canada?
But okay, why is her arm like that?
She's got her hand on her hip.
Yeah, but you don't put your elbow forward like that if it's
Are
from.
you making fun of my Reggie book?
Just saying. It's
Are
just
you
saying.
having fun at my expense? Is that right?
I
It's
just
just.
think that it's the way that they drew her hips and the shorts that she's
He
wearing.
was
They
an
look kind of weird.
exorcist.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Susie Q, for keeping me on the beam here.
It's very interesting. No, it's just it looks like it looks like her boobs are in the front, yes, but her butt it looks like it's in the front too, and then her arm looks like it's from the back. So it's like very odd.
And it's all mine.
It's all yours. I'll look
All
for 'em.
mine.
I'll-
I can almost feel Alan's tears on this.
See, that's what I was saying. I was thinking his shoulder blades look like the breasts. That's why I was thinking it's her back actually, and those are her shoulder blades. That was my thought.
I don't know.
I don't know. So I think it's from the back. And then
Yeah.
because it's the arm, look at the arm. It's the arm that messes it up.
I'm so worried about it. I'm worried about it. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
Yep.
Yes.
So we'll wrap it up. So thanks guys. Yeah. We'll do this again on Monday.
I think it's a
Okay.
great idea.
Okay, so yeah, so I'll see you guys on Monday, and thanks for everyone for hanging out. And yeah, bye bye.
See ya.